fight the power like Big Chuck.
What's the status?
So, yin and yang, seasons change. Everything seem the same. Yin and yang, up and down. Everything seem to change. Yin and yang, seasons change. Everything seem the same. Yin and yang, up and down. Everything seem to change.
The time is now, no bezel. I am God, the flesh is just a vessel. Last warrior standing after the smoke settle. Word wizardry, and none of y'all is on my level. Religious dickheads live on their knees looking to the sky. I put a hole between your two ears, piercing your third eye. Now the static in your attic, watching your soul fly. At nighttime I can hear so many souls cry. What's illegal is said to be a crime, but what's legal is more criminal than a convict's mind. Racist ideology, separatist paradigm. The yin and yang is a duality in my slang. When you battle the god, you're pissing in the wind, cutting off heads with words that come from within. Some say it's the ancestors I'm tapping in, or harness evil spirits from a jinn. It's just pure skills. Listen to my frequency as the god builds. No mason, but stack bricks up to the gills. Tartarian skills, pulling from the ether aura of Earth's energy field. Yield, slow down and pump your brakes. Knowledge is wisdom and self, I put faith. To pray to a stranger, to me it's just a waste. I am God, one and only soul controller. My heart is more cold when I'm sober. If you think you have a fighting chance, it's over. I come crashing down like a landslide of boulders.
Yin and yang, seasons change. Everything seem the same. Yin and yang, up and down. Everything seem to change. Yin and yang, seasons change. Everything seem the same. Yin and yang, up and down. Everything seem to change. Yin and yang, seasons change. Everything seem the same. Yin and yang, up and down. When everything seem to kamikaze. Got 100 pounds of bomb on me out on Bible. If you sell it to me, you would die holy. I know creatures whose features change, shape shift, and the next day they don't look the same. I think we're pawns in this crooked game. I fill my heart with joy, but where do I put the pain? Where was my morals when I was pushing cane? In the gang doing 2 a days. If you a slave, it's because the system you behave. A beehive is a replica of the brain. A ant built the pyramids before the humans came. In a woman, the sun is furthest away. In the summer, the lightning comes before the thunder. Nothing comes before the mother. Moving cane don't make you able to turn on your brother. I got a magazine, don't make me put you on the cover. Yin and yang, seasons change. Everything seem the same. Yin and yang, up and down. Everything seem to change. Yin and yang, seasons change. Everything seem the same. Yin and yang, up and down. Everything seem to change. Yin and yang, seasons change. Everything seem the same. Yin and yang, up and down. Everything seem to change. Yin and yang, seasons change. Everything seem the same. Yin and yang, up and down. Everything seem to change.
What's everyone talking about Pepsi for in the chat? Pepsi. Pepsi. I'm going to go over a few things about Aunt Jemima here, because I found this photo that people are sharing about Aunt Jemima, and the picture's full of shit. It's full of shit. I'm here to say it. If anyone did reasonable research, it's got her feet chained to the table. Number one, that's the weakest fucking chain I've ever seen in my life. You could probably fart and break away from that. And number two, that ain't Aunt Jemima, man. Or what's her name? This is the real Aunt Jemima. Okay? And it looks nothing like this cracker. That's a white lady, I think. That it's a Cracker Jack. A fake. It's a white lady, from what I'm hearing, did this. And if, you know, does that lady or that one look anything like this fucking Joker right here? No, it don't. I seen a video going around yesterday of them saying, oh, you know, Aunt Jemima was a slave and this and that. People, stop falling. It says this is not Aunt Jemima. It's a white lady in a black face. Anyway, I knew it wasn't her from the jump. That ain't my mama. Ha ha ha. That's funny. Flat Earth Nation, Fools and Tools. Smith W. '38 Special Part 3.8. What's with the, I just seen something Smith W with I think I'm gonna play the video by Divergent. Something about Mr. Gates telling Trump the dump not to investigate the Jabberino. Let me pull this video up. Flat Earth Nation just dropped a new video. If people like sky watching, that's the place to be. It's Flat Earth Nation. Well, at least that's where I like to go. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna pull this video up. It's about Trump and Bill Gates of hell. I had a I had a video. It was called From the Gates of Hell, and it got taken down years ago. About what Gates allegedly did overseas. Like I don't know how true it is, because I get a mixture of, I ask people from India and some say it ain't true and some say it is true. So I don't know, whatever. Some Indian people said Gates did good for the country, and some say he didn't. Well, you got a computer guy wanting to invest in the Jabadooskis. That's red flags automatically. At least for me. Alright, let's see what Divergent has to say.
Treat yourself to
Let's switch over. Oh yeah, let me take this off now. Thanks to Axis, he's right. I took all these backgrounds out. It helps the video run normal. All this extra shit interferes, and you know, I just don't see how, but it does. Ah, shit. Imagine. I wonder what happened. Oh, he did. He came by Copper Tone. I dropped a link. Oh, all right. Let's see what's going on with Gates and Trump.
Second time I saw him was the March after that, so March 2017 in the White House. In both of those two meetings, he asked me if vaccines weren't a bad thing, because he was considering a commission to look into ill effects of vaccines. And somebody, his name is Robert Kennedy Jr., was advising him that vaccines were causing bad things. And I said, no, that's a dead end. That would be a bad thing. Don't do that.
Oh, that was short.
For anyone with dental issues, do not drink water. Did you know there's a simple way?
Well, wasn't that short? That was the shortest fucking video I've ever seen. What do y'all want to talk about? Anyone got any supreme topics? Dental issues of drinking water. My dental issues are from eating candy and all that synthetic sugar booger. Have you heard of Tartarian buildings and free energy? Of course. As a matter of fact, let's see what we can find with this Tartarian. Wait. Let's see. Ancient empires. It says the ancient empires linked to historic buildings is a delusion. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Some scholar wrote this. Let's see what regurgitating scholar wrote. Who wrote this? It says the famous QVB statues. What is that? Queen Victoria bitch? I don't know what QVB means. The Queen Victoria's Bicho statues were sculpted in the 1890s by William McIntosh. Interesting. McIntosh. Huh? A lot of words that have to do with apples here, huh? The good old Macintosh apple. Not the Tartarians. Well, that's common sense. Because Tartaria is one little country. And those don't look like Tartarians. They look like barbarians. This guy fathoms to understand that technology is nothing new. He thinks this was constructed without power tools. I think they were constructed with power tools. Why can't people accept that fact? Why do they believe the theory that people were dumb back then, and we were just starting to crawl out of caves? Oh, Shizzle Pop! I've never seen this building before. Take a look. Hold on. What building was this? The Queen Victoria building. Do this. Copy. Save. Today, computer. You know, you're supposed to be the wave of the future, and you could barely fucking upload a picture. That's a nice building. Too bad I can't submit on it. Let's go over what this guy's writing too a little bit, because I like to clown people that have no common sense. They think because it's written in a book that it's 100% real, and a lot of people fell for this shit. Just because it's written in a book, people need to look who invented textbooks, right? We're gonna look that up too, because I don't know who invented textbooks, but it says the Tartarian myth is spreading on Facebook, which shows a series of Sydney buildings in the 1800s with the narrator claiming they're part of the story. I could agree that these people get carried away and say everything's Tartarian, and that's where they fuck up, because it's not. Common sense shows Tartaria is one little country. Am I Borging out? In Australia, the Luna Park in the 1970, on a full moon, there was a fire, and a lot of children died in Sydney. You know, when you start researching Fools and Tools, I know you probably have, but I'm just going to say for people that don't know, you start to realize all these fires. Chicago, I think it was San Fran had the earthquake and then a fire. When you start looking into these, I showed some pictures yesterday. You got buildings cut on an angle. I'm not stating that it's 1,000% sure direct energy weapons were used. And even if they were indoctrinated, they can't fathom that technology was used back then because they think people were fucking. But personally, I really don't care what, you know. I do care, but as far as look at this shit, Tartarian architecture prints for sale. Now, the real question is, who gave them permission to take these prints and sell them? I bet you they didn't buy the rights to them. Bukes Arts. I don't know what this is, but we're going to check it out. Look at this amazing architecture. Jesus Christ. Look at this, man. Jesus. I mean, if this isn't godly, I don't know. There's my throne right here in the center. That would be my throne. If someone even intended to tell me this was built by hand, I think I might open hand Stockton slap them. Find me somebody right now that could build those steps by hand out of marble. All hand tools. Now you probably could, but this place is just fucking amazing. Wow. I'm in awe. This is all marble, or am I tripping? Is this marble or granite? Both, I think. I'd have to exit. Oh, this is the Opera Garnier Grand Escalier. Some bullshit. You could do it 3 months from 50K. Ragnar. Let's see. Like this place right here is like on my top 5, top 3. Is this Penn Station? I think it is. It's definitely in my top fucking. Grand Central Terminal. Look at that fucking Mercury. Hermes. Got the caduceus in the hand. He's got the wings on the helmet. He's got wings on his Nikes. And then you got paupers rubbing his feet. 2 paupers. Is that a throne that Hermes is sitting on? Hermes is the form of Jesus, the messenger. Jesus and Hermes. His shape. Toy cars. They look like little Matchbox cars, right? But this is a real picture. I think it's pretty cool how the road comes up on top level and then around the building. It's pretty cool. Well, it's not Penn Station. It's the New York Grand Central Terminal. They fooled me. Look at them butt cheeks. Butt cheeks. Wiki wiki. Is that Medusa? The fuck on the head right here. Yeah, that's another thing about the architecture I like, Ragnar. They're built to last. And you could tell people, I mean, this architecture, they put their heart and soul into it. Unlike today, everything's built quick, fast, and it ain't built to last. Is this dude got a head in his hand? Dude, it looks like it had a head in his hand. Hold up. This one too. Okay, so this got the harp. Whose chained feet is this? Somebody with gears. So you mean to tell me these people didn't have technology, but this fucking statue got a guy pulling a lever with gears on it? Yeah, you could tell that these columns aren't one piece. They come in pieces, and they probably got rebarb inside, and they just slide the pieces on top of each other. Huh. But then that leaves the question. If that was the case, how did they top it off? Right here. Paris. So this building's in Paris. Interesting. Ragnar mentioned yesterday Japan. Let's see what architecture like this we can find in Japan. Oh shit, hold on. This is the Royal Palace in Brussels. The question is, it's almost like this had something in it besides bells or whatever bullshit they want to put in there. Oopsie. There we go. I think I've shown pictures. They said this was built in 1878. My ass. Like, they even show buildings that were allegedly built, and they have Smoking and G Sharp was talking about this yesterday in her live stream. I find tons of pictures where they have those catwalks or whatever you want to call them on the buildings. That doesn't mean they built them. I think they took a lot of stuff off of these buildings that had to do with technology. Could be wrong. Japan's architecture is mixed with the landscaping to make it look nice. The trees, gardens, yeah. That, and even China, and that's one thing America has. It's like America has lost respect for Mother Earth. They've lost respect for in architecture. They've lost respect, period. This country has fallen into the poop hole. This country is shit now. America is laughed at by other countries. Everyone says we have the greatest military. I don't give a fuck about none of that. None of that matters to me. Military, war. That's a dipshit's answer to everything. War. Anyone could go to war, but can people sit down? As a matter of fact, if Putin is going to war against that Jewish guy, why don't them two knuckleheads get in a boxing match, knock each other out? Why do innocent people always gotta die? I fight for your freedom. Yeah, okay, sure. My uncle died so you could swim in that pool. Really? My grandfather would be pissed right now for me making jokes. But it's true. And I would tell my grandfather, with all due respect, You chose to go to war. No, I wouldn't say that. It would. It would be a mega pay-per-view event. Even as a child, I would look at this bullshit history. His story, what would I say in my rhyme? I said, his story is a history. I said, what? I think I said, his story is from history that isn't his. That's what I, because, where's this? Paris? I remember this building. I think this building got bombed to shit. Alright, enough of this. I want to go to Japan. Here. Alright, fuck Wikipedia. Oopsie. Do it this way. Hey. See, I hate Almany or all Alamy or whatever the fuck his name is, because they take all the good pictures and they make you pay for them, like they own this shit. Watch, yeah, some good pictures in here, but then they put that stupid label all over the picture. Pretty much ruins the picture. Come on, blow it up sometime tonight. It's gotta be a joke. Fucking website. Tamo Oeshima. I found some really old pictures of the Chinese wall. Musabi Kimbe, one of the first Japanese photographers to rise to international prominence. Kimbe, who generally went by his given name, spent his 20s and 30s working as a photo colorist in Yokohama studio of Italian-British photographer Felice Bitomi. Wow. Let's see if we can get a closer look at this. They used to use boats like that. Ay caramba! It's fucking boring, man. I know Japan has architecture just like the rest of the world. Because I've seen pictures. Just go to Tokyo. See what's percolating in Tokyo. Jeez, buddy. He's looking at the cameraman like, fuck you doing here, white man? Get the fuck out of here. And this guy over here is like, hey, what's this other white guy doing here? Is that his? Oh, that's his hat. Looks like a smiley face on the back. Got his hand on his shoulder. It's like, not another white man. Let's see. Boring. Now we're talking. Look at that bridge. Let's call this number right here. That's not a number. This beautiful architecture right here. Look at the lamps. I mean the lights. Magane Bashi. Magane? During Edo. What's Edo? Let's see what Edo is. The Edo period. Look, was it a flood? Why's it got this wave here? The Edo period, also known as the Tokugawa period, is the period between 1603 and 1868. That's a long period, a couple 200 some years in the history of Japan, when Japan was under the rule of Tokugawa Shogunate. He was a shogun assassin. Don't Japan look like a seahorse? Somewhat like a dragon head or a seahorse or something. This would be the let's see if I can pull that picture up. There it is. Yep, here's the head of the seahorse right here. And this would be the feet. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna download this picture if I can. No. We need 448 pixels. I need to have pixels like pixelated pictures. Oops. Alright, Japan. Oh shit, I should have used that map to look for somewhere better. Hold up. Oh no, I'll go to Tokyo, that's right. Back out of here. Back out of here. Tokyo. Tokyo, Japan. The Shogun Assassin. That was a good kung fu flick. Alright. We're gonna go to Tokyo. Oh, let's go to Kyoto. Hold on. Kyoto. Look at that tech right here. Bingo. Bonsai tree. I wonder if I could save this image somehow. Yeah, we'll save it as image 63. Nice. I just want that part for the tech. It's tech right here. Look at that. Peace. Elkamos 83. Stationary Pizza. Forever Love 774. Tony Afterverse. Peace to the gods and the goddesses. These people, I've noticed in a lot of these pictures, they're always staring at the camera, man. Like they've never seen a camera before. That's why they're like, what is he going to do? Digital file. Should I dare go to that? Purchase a digital file? Fuck off. The Shinsai Bridge in Osaka. Is it Osaka or Osaka? Oh. That was pretty boring. That was actually disappointing. Hand colored. Oh, I don't want hand colored. Tokyo, Japan, 1890s. Bellevue Hotel, Nagasaki. I should have known that was one picture. Let me try something else. Try this. Fuck you, Elmedy. Chinatown, San Francisco, 1890. One picture? That was a waste, wasn't it? Wuhan. Where that thing's from? Wuhan? Are you kidding me? Is this the top of a building for real? Dude. Wow. It's Shanghai? You wouldn't catch me. Look how fucking high that is. Bro. Let's steal that picture. Shanghai. Why is it called Shanghai? Shanghai. These are not pictures from 1890 yet. These are shitty pictures. I want pictures like that.
to Wuhan, the Hanyang district. China's huge too. Wuhan in 1890. Yeah. You ever see that movie Alchemos, the Shogun Assassin? I like those old kung fu movies. Every time I watch a kung fu flick, I catch like the sample the RZA used in one movie. I forgot. I think it was Wu-Tang vs. Shaolin. He used so many different pieces from that movie. I think that was the Shogun in that movie, but the Shogun is more Japanese. I don't think they're Shogun. Lord, they weren't even good with swords. Look, this is disappointing. What website is this? They said Wuhan. I gotta find a website that has good pictures besides Pinterest. Art Gallery of China, 1959. Old China photos. Let's check this. P base. This guy likes the base on the P. Now we're talking. Maybe we might get somewhere. What the hell's this lady got on her feet? Moving boxes? Yo, what the fuck? Dude, imagine having to wear these. That's the new style, bro. Air Shanghais. Those are the Shogun Assassins Special Edition. These are limited edition. Only a few pairs of these were made. If you would like to buy a pair, call 1-800-SHOGUN. You don't see what? The link is in the... Oh, I'll drop it again. Shogun Assassin. I'm looking at the chat. What do you want, Puma? Alright, let's back up out of here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Indonesia, Cambodia. Woohoo! Cambodia. Oh, shit. What's up,
Charles?
Puma?
Nothing. Just good morning. Just so you know, you're crack-a-lacking just a little. Just a little. Like right there. You just cracked. You're cracking under pressure.
Yeah.
No, I was kidding. You've been doing it on and off for a few
All
minutes
right.
now.
That'll
so.
solve the problem.
Oh, probably. Good morning to you. I just woke up, by the way.
Peace. Hold on. Peace to Gabe, Don McRon, and Yolanda. Yeah, you just got up? I've been up. It's a beautiful day today.
Is it? It is here too. I've been working with my singing bowl a lot, Charles, and I sat outside late last night and was messing with it. And I
Yeah.
can't tell you the frequencies. Okay, excuse me. I know I just woke up. I got my robe on. Excuse me. The frequencies in the robe. I mean, the frequencies in the robe. See, this is how awake I am. The frequencies in the singing bowl. Just by, doing that, it was taking my arm, that's been contorted because of nerve pain like this inward. It was bringing it back. It was even going all the way down. It was hitting my back, my hips. Oops. Apparently, I just knocked something over. Okay. It was hitting my arm, elbows, hips, down my back. I was like, these things are powerful just from the singing bowl alone. Me doing this. So the more I did it and it took pain out, the more
That's
I kept
awesome.
doing it. Yeah. So for 2 hours last night, I was doing this around my pool. And not only that, before around all these frequencies like we are right now, that keeps you like, it keeps you like a radiated rat. It keeps you like, but that singing bowl will bring you down. So normally at night when I can't sleep because I'm still like high strung, I was nice and relaxed, and I came in and went right to bed. I've been fighting this for years, and just this little ridiculous singing bowl like this is taking pain away and putting me to sleep earlier. So now I'm going to be walking around pinging and hitting that thing all the time. Doing it all the time. It's just good. Just thought I was
Listen, yeah, I was gonna share some pictures, but switching back to my phone. Hold on.
okay.
So then I won't make all these noises.
Was the video playing? The video was making you crack a lack, I guess. Yes. I'm assuming.
My laptop, just messing around, seeing if I could find some new pictures and stuff. You know me, I'm the picture king. Oh wait, I got two of me up here.
I was gonna say, someone just came up that looked like you. Okay, no. Okay, that's JG.
I gotta put my So what do you think about this Aunt Jemima? Did you see the picture I showed? That somebody, this ain't Aunt Jemima. And once some guy made a video about this saying, trying to make it like a racial thing. Like, look at Aunt Jemima's legs chained to the table, right? And I'm like, man, that ain't no real fucking. They wrapped a bullshit ass chain around her foot and told her to take a picture. And that's a white lady with a black face. This is the real Aunt Jemima right here. If anyone did any key research, the first thing I found was the real Aunt Jemima. And it looks nothing like this idiot right here.
Well, you just said that's a white lady with a black face?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what
man.
this said. Look, this is not Aunt Jemima. It's a white lady. So, whatever. I'm going by what this says, but let's not go by that. It's still not her. That's my point. Like, who cares? But screw the white lady with the black face. This is not the real Aunt Jemima anyway. This is.
Sorry.
What?
No, just the picture is the face. I'm sorry.
What are you, racist, Simba?
No. Yeah, right. It's funny
She's
how they
stoned. She's giggling.
I just got out of bed, man. I just got out of bed. I'm naturally giggly.
And and in the video he was saying that's why you guys, or something about people don't understand why they took her picture off of the box. It was because of this reason. And I'm like, dude. And the kid looked young, like he was in his 20s. They don't even know what he's talking about. That is Uncle Ben's. Remember when they took Uncle Ben's and her face off of the product.
Yeah.
And what was the other thing? There was something about an Indian. They changed
Like
the Cleveland Indian sign, and the Indian people were pissed they did that. They even said, "We didn't want that." Whatever.
Let me come back on my computer, Charles. My phone is about
All
to
right.
turn off, okay? I'll be right back.
What's up, Dom? Aunt Jemima. She got good pancakes. I wonder if that's her real name right here. I'm gonna look it up. Lillian Richard.
You ever see the Aunt Jemima, Rachel Dolezal Photoshop? It's fucking hilarious. That Rachel Dolezal white chick that thinks she's black. She's trans ethnic, trans black, transracial.
She's a transformer.
It's good comedy.
Transformers. Cat Williams. Is one funny guy, man.
Yeah,
He was.
You ever see the video of him getting like beat up by like 13-year-old? He's like he's fucked up on something, man. He's like drunk or high or some shit. These kids are like beating him up. It's fucking
Real?
hilarious. Yeah.
He was talking about in Hollywood, they were showing pictures of before and after. And they're saying these people don't have their adrenochrome doses. Ozzy Osbourne's wife, oh my god, without the mask she puts on, she looks horrified. Dude. She is old though.
I bet.
Yeah, it's
I
crazy.
don't know. What do you
plastic
think
surgery.
about that adrenochrome? What do people think about that? Is that bullshit, or do you think it's a possibility?
Well,
I don't even know what that shit is.
Oh.
Me neither.
Okay. That's a good answer. There you go. That's a good answer. I like that.
What is
Well,
adrenochrome?
I could just say one thing. Remember that movie Dark Crystal? Has anyone seen that movie Dark Crystal?
Is that the one with that singer? What's her name?
No. No singer.
No.
It's like an animated movie, and these kids are, get elf ears and they're weird little creatures. And they're abducted by these beings, lizard beings. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to give you an analogy of the movie. These lizard beings, okay? And they abduct them, put them in cages, and they drain their essence. Their essence. What's called their essence. And it's a little machine, I don't know, something they do, and it sucks all the life force out of them, and they're like, and they look all white, excuse my impression, and they look all white, and now they're like, and the little zombies. I reference that to the word you're talking about, because then when those lizards take the essence themselves, they turn into what they really want to be, like the supreme god. So it's like truth in your face. Kids, oops, sorry, move my headphones. Kids, essence, and your word. That's all I have to say.
No nuttin'. Don't nut. Hashtag never nuttin'.
Okay. All right, JG. But if you've seen that movie, that's what I think they're talking about. Is that word, Charles? Dark Crystal.
Ponders the concept of spiritual cooking.
Spirit cooking?
Yeah, playing with liquids, different kinds of liquids.
Oh.
Whether it's blood, gold, urine, water. It's liquids. Most people get caught up in the material version of it, material cooking.
Chemicals.
It could act as a chemical, yeah.
Well, everything's chemicals.
I seen a video of what's that comedian's name? Eddie Griffin. He was saying that Diddy, when he did his diddler's work, he would record everyone that he was doing it with, and he has videos. And this is what Eddie Griffin was saying. He was raiding the house because the people high up that Diddy was doinking, he has videotapes of them, and he's holding it for like trying to blackmail or collateral. I don't know the truth, but that's what he was saying. So these people high up have juice cards with the FBI and all that, so they had him raid his house. If Diddy was smart, he would have copies all over the place. You know, you would have to know right away they're gonna come for those videos. If he was smart, he would have them stashed everywhere. But
I don't know how that dude hasn't been killed. Like, I don't know how, like, back in the day he wasn't killed. If all these motherfuckers know what he's doing, everybody's gangster and shit, and Diddy's doing this shit, I don't know how the guy's still alive.
Still, that's what I'm saying.
I'm thinking maybe, do I say the 3 letters, my friend? Is he part of the CIA? You know?
Well, he's got power, but
one of their puppets, you know? Maybe that's why. Hey, we're gonna have a main puppet for the industry, the music. You're gonna head it. You're gonna head it, P. Diddy. Maybe that's why.
I'm sure he got beat the fuck up plenty of times.
Yeah. Just like I believe that with a lot of these people that go away, like Hugh Hefner. Come on, Hugh Hefner. I'm sorry. I believe, you know, I believe he was probably highly protected and part of them. There's a few people I believe that about, but that's me. That's my opinion.
Well, the Kevin Spacey shit, that's actually pretty fucking interesting, because that dude's he's a fucking predator, but like, he disappeared and he's putting up videos on YouTube. I've seen his videos where he's doing all these bits.
Oh,
that guy's
really?
fucking,
So
yeah,
he's one
fucked
that
up.
he's one that's supposed to be turning too, or
Yeah, Kevin
Like,
Spacey was like preying on young men and doing all types of fucked up shit. He's a switch hitter, but he's a predator. He's on some Diddy shits.
And people made a good point about Diddy too, that people are like, you know, who groomed Diddy? And that's
True,
a good point. You know, like
Yep.
it's a fucked up industry, man. Like,
Oh,
look into Justin Bieber. Look how young he was with the diddler, man. You know, that's Joker's sidekick, the diddler. It's not funny, but P. Diddy, the diddler, punished Justin Bieber. I said that in the comments. People were going nuts.
Yeah, I feel bad for Bieber, man. He got thrown into the fucking weird shit.
yeah. Well, a lot of them do, right? A lot of them do and don't even realize it. They get in there probably as kids and they're like, "Hey, I have this talent. I'm gonna be famous." Next thing you know, it's like, "Oops, a trap. You stuck." You know.
Yep. Some of them like it.
You know, or that, or well, there you go, Charles. I was gonna say, sometimes they get used to the fame, the money, and eventually it just becomes like a habit, normal in your eyes because that's what you've been doing. But that's horrific.
So what does these industries serve?
Nada. A lesson. Stranger danger. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Well, you guys are talking about it's to entertain. So whether the person's singing or they're ripping a hole in him, it's still entertainment. And the fact that most of the people are talking about it, it's serving its purpose. It's to entertain the mind. So whether or not those things did or didn't happen, how does it serve you at that point? Let alone what you claim about JG or even you, Charles. How does it serve? Those things always happen. And a lot of them, once they realize the industries are the way they are, they have information on them. I said, that's just a safe net for them, just to see how much you're going to be a bitch to us. Don't worry about the money. We'll just add a couple extra zeros on it. So how does it end? How does it serve? It's for entertainment purposes, amusement, to see how the citizens are fighting among themselves, complaining, pointing fingers. It's all entertainment.
Yeah, to them it's all It's all good or bad publicity. It's still publicity, man. And
That might be true, Charles, but you can only be talking from this side. Unless you're one of them, you're not going to really know how they perceive it. For them, they could treat it as business as usual. But from the view that you're at, that's the only part that you can become aware of. All the other stuff we can speculate, we can entertain ideals, hence entertainment. Unless you're in those clubs, you know, did he say something privately among his friends and now he's going to be used as an example? Again, people put too much value on a guy that sings. Singing is a great craft, but it's the money that they print to give them to say, listen, that'll be your anchor.
13-year-old Justin Bieber from Canada, famous singer, has been arrested for killing Puff Daddy, aka Diddy. Diddy tried to rape him, and Justin killed him. Now he's in prison for life. He's serving 2 sentences.
This all stuff for us to talk about. Exactly. This stuff for us to say, hey.
Yeah. The Inquirer, but once you go to the grocery store, as you're about to check everything out, they have all the Inquirer information there. More entertainment.
That's right. Check out your latest idol, who's supposedly and as a matter of fact, by their magazine, see all.
You do these fitness instructors.
And I did that. Me and my mom would do that. We were buying In Touch for a while, In Touch magazine.
Inquiry.
Until I became aware, and then I was like.
Let's see what the Queen is doing now. Let's find out all these little exercises you can do. You can look like this, you know, pre-designed model. Once again, all entertainment. And while you're there, buy some gum.
You're right, Dom.
Those are the subtle conditioning that's going on. Then you start looking at all the other humans around you. So they're just different versions of iPods, iPhones, Androids. You know, and you just see everybody checking all their foods out. Meaning, listen, if we're ever going to actually become sovereign being, how would most people change? No, they wouldn't. It's actually showing you how the program works. The few will step out of it, and you guys are talking in these groups, the few. But once you get out of these little clubs here, and then you start seeing the world for what it is, how many people truly really have a concern of that kind of stuff? Only because the media spends an enormous amount of energy saying this is what's going on in this part of the world. This is what Justin Bieber's doing. Of course, he became famous because of online became popular. No different, Thriller became famous because the CDs came on. Again, there's always a pattern to all of this stuff. Most people are too busy looking at their likes and dislikes, and that's kind of like voting. Once you vote, whether you like or dislike it, you now you're compromised. Anyway, enjoy, guys, on that.
Yep, you bought into it. I almost got raped by a bear last night.
What?
I got off this train last night at like 2 a.m. and I found a spot to lay down, get my sleeping bag.
That's scary shit, bro. That's scary.
I swear to God, I hear a noise, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Is that like a? I was close to like somebody's backyard, gone like right off the tracks, and I'm thinking, oh, is that somebody? Is that a person? Then I hear this noise. I'm like, what the fuck was that? And like 30 seconds later, this big fucking black thing's like walks right up like 15 feet, 12 feet from me. But there's like a little wash between us, like a little what do you call it? Like a grass ditch. And I look up, and it was not a fucking dog. It had to have been a bear. And I just got up and fucking walked away. I was like, holy shit, man. I would have fell asleep, and that bear would have fucking got me, you know? I'm not even joking.
Yeah, bears ain't no joke.
That was a bear. Joke. Yeah, it was not a dog. It was not barking. It made some weird fucking noise. And I'm like, am I fucking hallucinating right now? And I look up and I just see this thing walks up, and I'm like, what the fuck? I just got the fuck away. It was crazy. So, and then I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, was it a cow or some shit? But there was no fence. You know? Like, if it was a cow, there would have been a fence. It was a fucking bear. You don't have just random cows walking around, you know?
Man, looking at the St. Paul's Cathedral, man, this shit's no joke. Beautiful church.
That's the way to go out, though, you know? Imagine, like, dying from, like, a bear fight. Like, that's the way to fucking die.
No way.
Yeah.
That's
Who the
terrible.
fuck wants to die from cancer? You're in some, you know, old people home. They got you on a ventilator. I'm gonna die from a fucking bear fight. Like, yeah, I squared up with a bear. And
You want it just, you want it just for reaction purposes from people. You want to be He was taken out by a bear. Yeah, I can't.
it's just like that. It's just like that fucking raw reality, you know?
Yeah, better than natural causes, sure.
Like, oh, like I'm about to fight. I'm dealing with this bear. He's trying to attack me. You know.
Okay, well, let me get back to Dom for a second. Thank you, JG. Let me get back to Dom. I was just gonna say, I think anything we talk about, I don't care what it is. You know what I mean? Stars, NASA, anything outside of you is a distraction. Anything. I don't care what it is. I don't care what my hair looks right now. But anything outside of you is a distraction. You know? Anything they get us talking about. And it had something to do with what you said at the end, Dom, but I forgot because then JG came in with his bear. So, okay.
Yeah, blame it on me.
Yeah.
Blame it on the bear.
But everything I see is a distraction.
Could be.
Think about it.
Yeah, propaganda.
I could say I'm sitting home right now. I can tell you right now I'm sitting here. You see all this crap on the walls around here? See all this shit over here? All this all this stuff around me? I liked it years ago. I don't give a shit about any materialistic stuff anymore. I wouldn't leave my house. I started cutting my own hair. I don't buy any products. I barely buy food. The only place I even have to leave town and go is to the medical marijuana dispensary. Otherwise, I do not leave here. I do not, because I need my medicine. Otherwise, I do not need a lot of the stuff. So like here and where I live, they're just trying to get people to live their home because I'm in the country. A lot of people are cozy and comfortable in their home with not a lot going on. Or sitting out in the yard, looking in the sky, not doing much of anything. You know, like we were when we were kids. Remember, pick up a stick, play with it, whatever you did, you know, climb a tree, something like that. Here where I'm at, they're just trying to find all
now
kinds of
children
ways
climb
for
virtual
people to
trees in video games. Sorry.
Exactly. Now they're trying to do anything to get people here to leave their home. Anything. Like I got to go today at 1. I didn't want to go, but I got to go. So there's there's things they put in place over here to even get people to leave their home at certain times. And that's crazy because a lot of people would just stay home and deal with what they got. Most people grow food over here and this and that, and we all help each other. We do barter and trade. We help watch each other kids, make meals, participate in this, that. Right here, self-sufficient in our own neighborhood. And I'll be damned if something don't come along and they got to find a way to get someone to leave their house to go for some little thing. That's why I see everything as a distraction. Get you out of your inner self and then go and and participate in all the distractions, money, aggravation, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you had your fill. Now go back to your little quiet place. Oh, we can't have you be quiet too long. Come back out, woman. And they send you back out. That's how I see it. And then, okay, go back out in the distraction. Go to the distractions. That's how I see it.
Can I give you a quandary there, Kimba?
Go ahead.
You said you're not materialistic. Do you eat food? Do you have clothes on? Do you smoke weed? So how true is that statement to you?
Okay. Well, let me put it this way then.
Just ponder it. I'm not asking you to respond.
I know.
Ponder
That's
it.
a good question. That's good. Okay, so not materialistic, but I'm learning to do without a lot of stuff.
Okay, so there's a
that I
difference
did
between being
before.
attached
Exactly.
to the material, being attached to it. Would you give up your weed? Would you give up eating? Would you fast for 3 days right now? Would you give up clothing?
Yes.
You can't give up eating.
Bingo. That's where I'm going. Now, some people are extremes. That's where people get caught up. Well, I'm not as materialistic as that person. But meanwhile, when a person realizes, but you still have clothes, right? Yes. So you're still caught up in the material.
You have to. There's certain things you do because you have to still. You know
we
what I
say
mean?
we say those words, but you actually challenge that inwards.
Some of them
we can say anything to justify our actions, but do you question it? Not me. It's not me. I'm only sharing the words out loud.
Yeah.
Tom, you can't give up on food, man. Like you say, food's like you just said, food like it's a Prada bag or like Reeboks. Like food's a necessity. You gotta have food. You gotta have water. I wouldn't say that's materialistic.
No, I'm asking somebody to question themselves to see if they're going to be honest with themselves. What you truly need is prana, chi, air. You can go to 10, 30 days without food. You can go 3 days without water. But unless you're a deep sea diver, you're going to go what? Maybe at the most 2 or 3 minutes without air.
So that's like you mean like overconsumption. I see.
Could be.
Yeah.
This is where when somebody questions themselves and they understand where they stand. It's usually the people that don't understand themselves. They start bitching and complaining about other people. They're really just revealing they don't understand themselves, their world that they live in. Your parents don't have to teach you that because most parents didn't teach their kids how to breathe. So that's beyond the scope of the human part. So once you realize that, you say terms, but are you willing to question it? I get it. We can justify. I'll look at the dictionary of what materialistic is, saying what a dependency or alcoholic is, or what an addiction is. A person will know within themselves if they're actually addicted, and how they know that, they'll give up all the other dependency for that one to favor it. It can come in many forms. Dopamine, chemical release from sex. You can get it from food. You can get it from all kinds of stuff.
Oh, you just made me realize something, Dom. When you said that, okay, I just woke up. I was perfectly content with doing my own stuff, right?
Okay. We're all still asleep here. Don't worry about it. You're in the wake up state. You woke up a little bit in the waking state, but that's still asleep. But carry on.
I just woke up here. I was perfectly content. I had my animals. I got up, was hitting my singing bowl. Was stretching my body out. Because I have chronic nerve pain. Just trying to get myself ready for the day. And I could have been fine to when I got to go somewhere at 1 o'clock, right? But like you just said, and no offense, Charles, or anyone, this is, I'm not saying anything bad, but I did come up here on the panel to interact, to talk to other people, like-minded people. And I'm sitting there thinking, I didn't have to do it. And if I didn't do it, my body would be in less pain, right? See, that's what I'm saying. This is for me. I'm going to say for me. I didn't have to do this. I just came up because I wanted to. That's what's making me think, because I wanted to come up and interact with people and do all this. And as I'm sitting here now, it does put my body in more pain, So it's like I'm giving up one thing for something I want to do. It does put my body in more pain sitting here because I got to walk around a lot. But I chose to come up here as like a getaway, to get away from my little things I do around here, to get away and talk to people. But on the flip side, for me not moving around and doing what I got to do, it puts my body in more pain, But I like what you said, because it's like where, what do you actually need? How much do you need of it? What you think you're still, what you still need, what you may not need. I know a lot of things I still use because society has us use it, you know?
Who's
Yeah.
got the gun? Someone's loading a gun up.
Oh, my apologies, guys. I should have muted. I was actually changing the battery on my headphones. My apologies, guys.
Okay. So,
Yeah, now I'm Jimi Hendrix.
there you go. But breaking away from a lot of the materialistic stuff, you know?
Yeah, minimalism.
Minimalism, exactly. And I am in the process of doing this now because, well, I would say mainly because I have to. If I had to be honest, I would say I have to. Probably not really want to. I do want to, but I have to because I live with my older mom and she's got dementia. So all the pretty fancy stuff is my mom and dad, courtesy of them and their money. So I'm in a process of getting ready in case my mom or dad passes away, where I'm working down to live with none of this. You know what I mean? Like, we're already working on a process where I'm telling her, don't go buy paper bags and trash bags and all this and Kleenex. They have to make Kleenex and paper towels, and they have an abundant supply of that. And I'm like, I have Walmart bags. Those are my little garbage bags, you know? I'm not going to be buying this. I'm not going to be shopping on Amazon every other day like they do. You know, I'm not going to be doing this. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm not going to be spraying weeds in the yard. I'm going to be actually pulling them with my hands if I want to, you know? It's like getting back to how I'm going to be living, not how they live. So it's like breaking away from all that materialistic stuff. But you're still going to have some stuff. You're going to need some stuff. Like basic stuff, like JG was saying. Yeah. So, do we completely break away from materialistic stuff?
Probably no. There's always something material. A fucking tree, a branch is material. The ground you walk on is material. You can't escape it. It's everywhere.
Yeah, but it's a different time nowadays. Like, you gotta have a phone. I have to have a phone.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I guess, guys, I was sharing with you guys, so you guys, because once a person defends or attacks it, it's telling oneself. They're not truly honest with the self. This is not about right or wrong. I'm just saying I heard Kimba say she's not materialistic. I'm just asking her to really rethink that word when she's presented to things. Do you need food? I could tell Kimba, because she's decided to cam up, she smokes. Do you understand the emotion that's attached to that?
Mm-hmm.
I get why people heal. A lot of times their healing is either done from the physical or from observation. Again, people forget you're three-dimensional beings, and the physical is one of them. But if you become so attached to it that you forget about the other part, developing your emotions in your mental plane, then you're going to say statements like that. It's easy to say, I'm not an alcoholic, but meanwhile, if a person looks up the definition, are you dependent on it? Depending means that you need one a day. If you're giving up a whole bunch of other stuff for that, in exchange for that dependency, then that could be classified as an addiction. Again, if people put these erroneous words to it, well, that's bad. Based on what? It's on each individual's perceptions. Mm-hmm. Somebody might be functional while they're drinking or smoking or overeating or eating in general. But to hear somebody say they're not materialistic when they look at somebody that has a really big house, but meanwhile they need a small shelter house, they're still materialistic. I'm not using the connotation in a bad sense. I'm just saying it's just being honest with oneself.
Yeah.
Most
So
people are busy making too many excuses. You say distraction, and I'm saying yes, but for the people that are aware, it becomes entertainment, even amusement. And I like to barter fairly. If I'm going to be amused, I'm going to amuse others. Outside of that, to defend it, why would you defend the idea? I just said it's materialistic. It tells that person this is why they play this perpetual defense and attack with the self. And unless they're willing to challenge themselves and have that revolution that's from within, they're just talking out loud for the sake of talking.
My name's Dom, and I don't eat food because food is materialistic.
Oh, see, JD.
No, dude. Look, I'm a comedian. I'm a comedian, man.
I know you're being funny, but at that point, get a piece of wood, hit yourself on the back of the head, get your own attention. I get it. I fast 30 or 40 days before. I'm just using that as an experiment. You know, I get it. You feel uncomfortable that you can just not stay silent. There's a reason why silence is golden. Golden. The energy of golden is conduit. But I get it. You want to be humorous. I get it. But it's not about me. And the only reason why I know it's not about me and I know it's about you because it's about you. You got to make sure it's always about you, which is fine. I'm just sharing information. I'm willing to entertain ideals with people. I'm not going to live through your life story. I'm glad that you like to do certain things that you share with people. But the fact that, I don't need to eat food. No, I'm just telling you, when we say statements, we should be able to back it up with ourselves. We don't have to justify anybody else. I just challenge Kimba just to ponder the word. Is she truly material?
I listened to you, and the serious side of me understands what you're saying. I just threw in a little joke there, man. Just a little comment.
No problem. I get it, JD.
Yeah, I get what JD does only because I do the same thing. I do the same thing with people. I'm guilty of it. So yeah, no, but I appreciate that, Dom. That's a good point.
The whole thing with materialism, though, it's like barely complying. Like just like everything else, you know, like the system, you barely comply.
Mm-hmm.
That's my whole thing. I have to comply, but it's like I want to barely comply. That's how I'm gonna get through life. Is just barely comply.
Yes. See, that's how I feel too. That's how I feel.
Peace to Sir Drop in Bex. Sorry.
It's no different when somebody says they're spiritual. I said, okay, so are you just solely spiritual or are you also physical? Now, the question I would say after a person becomes aware of some of that stuff and at least comes to some sort of calmness with themselves, so who needs the food? Whoever's talking or the vessel needs the food? Now, some people it's going to say it's the same thing then. Okay, so if you think it's the same thing, then who runs your body right now? Who's running the liquids in your body right now as you're speaking or hearing me? These are questions that some people truly want to challenge themselves. Other people, they wonder why they follow all the dogmas. Because they don't want to challenge themselves. They want to be governed by something else outside of them. But even that, the question would be, do you live outside there? Or do you always live precariously through your eyes?
A lot of people don't know what to do. They don't know how to think. Don't know how to reason.
True. And then at that point, some people, if they can share with them, I said, because you're not developed in those areas yet. Words give it away, doing opposed to being.
It's really like an intelligence level. There's a caliber, and I mean, like if what you're saying right now is intelligence. That is you with wisdom and knowledge. That's intelligence.
It could be, and sometimes people lead with their intuitive aspect. But yes, I'm with you, JD. It could be classified as intelligent. Intelligent, the word "in" gives it away.
Yeah, how you handle your thoughts and all that. Because I know for me, when I was eating more like crap, you know, like drinking the soda and eating all kinds of nasty stuff and wasn't working on me, I know my behavior was horrendous. I know it was. And then as soon as I started to change that, I noticed how my behavior started to calm down a little. You know? Like I wasn't like, blah, 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 like a nut job, I would say all over the place. I started to calm down and take more control of me. But don't get me wrong, because I'm still in that process, you know. I have the moments where I go back to, da, 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 you know, like all, da, 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 and then and then I gotta calm down and just be like, okay, just, you know, just remember, keep yourself at bay. I have certain little things I tell to myself. You're a 50-year-old woman. Let's calm down and take it easy. You know, because for me, 50 years of polluting your body, that does a lot of damage. So it's like trying to get out of that, all that crap. As I sit here and sweat profusely because I don't wear deodorant anymore, and get out of all that crap. And that's why I say that's a rough process. That's why I see why a lot of people don't want to do it, to break away from a lot of stuff, not take. And somehow I'm trying to hold that. I want to hold that end of the spectrum. Oh, look, you got a spectrum over there. I want to hold that end of the spectrum where I stay away from bad stuff and I can control my thoughts and have healthy conversations. But I have times, and sometimes it's like late night or when I'm bored, or alone, left to my own devices. I sometimes jump back to bad food, or something that's going to disrupt that feeling. And then I feel it. As soon as I do it, I feel it that quick. And I'm like, ugh. And then I got to regain myself again. Then I'm like, okay, you messed up. That's like a slip. I call that a slip. Like if you relapsed, in recovery, you slipped. I'm going to get back to that.
I'm slipping. I'm falling. I got to get up.
Can't get up. I can't get up.
Yep.
It's not what you think, it's how you think. All comes down to reason and
You said it's not what you think, it's how. Is that what you said? It's
yeah,
how you think.
there's a way to think, Like there's delusional people and then there's realistic people that are exercising their mind properly.
Okay, got you.
So the delusional people, it's what they think. It's not how they think. A reasonable person, it's how they're thinking.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yep.
Like the mind and behavior is, I don't know. I'm gonna stop talking here. Let me actually think.
It's fascinating, I know that. The human psyche. It's very fascinating. To me it is. It always has been.
That's your biggest friend is your psyche. That's your ally, that's your
That was something I've been interested in since I was a tiny little girl, which makes me wonder behind that. Like at even 5 and 6 years old, I wanted to understand people's mind.
well, you can figure out, we're all the same pretty much, You can figure out people's emotions and why people think a certain way and why they react.
Yeah.
That's what always got me, like, that's what always caught my eye, that caught my interest, is the, psychology of people. Like,
Yep,
why
me
is this
too.
person acting this way? Because they're feeling inferior. This person sees I'm a better skateboarder and they're going to start acting up. They're jealous or envious. And you start to, like, be able to pick people out. And then you'll be like, oh, this guy's actually genuine. He's psyched I'm skating well. And you can figure people out just from, how you think.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, that's how I feel about people. I feel it to the point where it drives me crazy, though. Like I want to figure out this behavior.
Well, acute perception will drive you crazy. I'll tell you that. If you have a good perception, it will fucking make you a little bonkers. But that's good problems, they're good problems. Good crazy.
Go ahead,
You guys
Tom.
hear terms like rhyme and reason. Rhymes are usually patterns. For most people, what they're observing is patterns. Usually that pattern's from within. Reason is something totally different. Again, that goes towards thinking. You're using your upper hemispheres. And for most people, that's how they do it. That's why people are scholarly. That's very upper hemisphere kind of way of approaching information, opposed to intuitively. So some people can intuitively, that's where the mind usually works, opposed to the midbrain. And of course, then you have to factor in the other receiver, which is in the heart. What goes to the heart, blood. What is blood? For some people, they might perceive it as memory. So now somebody can observe somebody, whether they're dancing, in this case, JD is talking about skateboarding. You're picking up patterns. Now, you might not necessarily get to know that person, so you might not know their behavior. Again, behaviors are conditioning. Same with personalities, personas, mask. Again, that's not who we are. Those are the things that we've been conditioned to perceive we are. Hence attachments.
Dom, who would you say, like, who are people that you that you've paid attention to and read up on? Like, who's helped you with your reasoning?
A lot of folks, but a lot of esoteric folks, theosophy folks. I listen to a lot of stuff when I'm actually downloading at nighttime, so I'm hearing stuff in my subconscious. But there's not one necessary particular person. Again, it's more information. Sorry,
drop some names. Name drop.
I'm
just curious to see who you've like who you've been influenced by.
Me.
Yeah.
Charles was the greatest thinker ever. Charles was.
Yeah. Charles was a thinker.
Charles is a thinker. It's more the message for me, JD, than opposed to name dropping. That's of no concern to me. Whether it's Jesus, Socrates, Muhammad, those are just names. It's the message for me.
I got you. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
but since you asked the question, maybe you can share with yourself. Is there any particular person that you credit for your awareness outside of personal experience and observation?
Here comes the train. Hold up. Carry on.
Charles, you want to speak? JT is catching the train.
What part of Canada? Are you near Toronto?
I am in Toronto.
This photo is from the City of Toronto Archives. So this building was in Toronto, this castle. This is awesome.
Well, the elites probably built their places everywhere, so yeah. Why wouldn't they have a couple of them in Canada?
Canada always has big, giant castles and stuff like this.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if they built it or they had more slaves built it for them.
Imagine, well, I don't want to say imagine because it happens now.
Mm-hmm.
The architect will create and design the building and have his workers / slaves build it. However you want to look at it. I guess not everyone.
Slave, servant, different words to describe things. They probably got to live there.
Worker.
Yeah.
That's just a fancier way to say slave. Is I'm a worker.
Probably even the people that own there are somewhat of a slave too, Charles.
Are you a slave or a slave driver?
Yeah, Dom, I guess like growing up, you meet certain people that influence you, and as you get older, everybody branches out, and you kind of lose contact with people, and then you're, like I'm a solitary kind of guy, so I'm constantly reading up on psychology. I'm watching documentaries. I can name a bunch of people, but I'm just looking for people that can like really think, that really have that perception, that they're on the ball with their thinking.
That would be Dominic.
But what I see a lot of times is a lot of these guys have they'll say the realest shit, they'll say, you know, they'll drop knowledge left and right, but then they have these crazy beliefs. So that's what bugs me out, is just the beliefs of human beings. And you know, it's
At that point, JD, people are still
how intelligent people are, but how caught up in some illusion someone is. That's what baffles me. That's what kind of, you know, I find that interesting.
Again, at that point, I can only share from my view. Belief systems is kind of like a stumbling block to knowledge, and knowledge is just a child. For a lot of people, they go from being smart to clever opposed to wise. So once you realize you have all these dogmas, take them for what they are. They have their limitation and their value. Then you can pursue knowledge. Knowledge comes in the form of information. So people that have all this information, whether it's downloaded through podcasts or it's done by written work and all that, that's just knowledge. So now you're aware of those things. It doesn't mean you have discernment for those things. So when somebody understands how you take information with the reading ability, then they understand hemispherical. That's a dumbed down thing. Same with the diodes, and that is in LED lights. Again, this is the difference between knowledge and wisdom and understanding. For most people, they waver back and forth from belief system dogmas to knowing things. I can know of French doesn't mean I understand it. That's the difference. But most people peddle shit. So what people do is they'll give facts information, something written down they neither experienced or observed, and they'll perceive that as truth. I said, no, those are
right.
facts.
Well, that's what I see is time and time again, there's a fake knowledge that plagues human beings, this elusive knowledge, seemingly real knowledge. It's you know, it's nonsense. People want to push stuff off as it's fucking knowledge, but it isn't. It's just, you know, it's nonsense.
Well, you would hope, you're using the word, you would hope they would go beyond the senses, hence nonsense. It should be beyond the senses. The senses, the waking state senses could easily be misled. I don't care if it's visual, taste, any hologram can fool the senses. Any taste bud can be fooled. It's beyond the senses, but you still have to bring it down into the physical and the waking state. I can't just say physical because you're still in the physical when you're asleep. That opens up a question, who is it then? That's when they go to sleep. You know, there's a reason why there's the language called dreaming, you know, because most people have to get into that stillness and silence. Most people can't do that in the waking state. So they have to do that with, like, maybe some people can use the concept of imagination. But most people are downloaded with information, a lot of schooling, indoctrination. They'll profess at university. I said, okay, that's fine. You got a hobby. You know, I became a doctor. Okay, so you became a teacher. What? Teacher to help people that are already sick. You know, wisdom would, a person that's wise would understand not to do certain things if they don't want to be a diabetic. But for most of us, we end up doing these things because it's our comforts that we're caught up in. We go to people's grocery stores. But again, most people think that they're independent. I said, no, at best you're probably interdependent. But for most people, they're dependent. Just because they're not living with their mom anymore, you're still dependent. You're depending on the system. That's a child speaking at that point. A child that's usually aren't developed between the age of 7 and 14. They're caught up in their underdeveloped emotions. They're triggered with their dislikes and their likes. They'll get, well, I got all upset at what you said. I said, no, you actually took the compliment I gave you. I said, yeah, that's your trigger. You've revealed yourself. I'm not saying you, JD, but a lot of people, they reveal themselves. So once they show they're willing to take a compliment, you've taken the sweet part. Are you prepared to take the sour part? That should be done within themselves. They should be able to rip a hole in themselves. But way too many people are spending way fucking too much time ripping holes into other people. That's wasted energy at that point.
Yeah.
There you go.
You're
Thanks for saying that, Dominic.
Yep.
People spend too much time ripping holes in other people's ass when they need to look in the mirror and rip a hole in their own ass.
Okay, golf clap.
Well, it's not about ripping other people up. It's really about, like, keeping everybody sharp. You're trying to reason with people. Like, every time I talk to people, I'm just trying to reason. It's not me trying to shit on you.
It could be taken either way. It could be taken either way, yeah, JG. Like, you should do it for that reason, but other
I
people
wasn't speaking on you, JG. I was just saying in general.
No, I know that.
I know that.
I'm just thinking out loud right now. But That's the
I can
thing
have
is
this
everybody's got an
conversation,
angle.
DJ. I can have this conversation, probably better suited privately. Most people don't understand there's a difference between private and public conversation. If you rip a person publicly, some people might have that ability. Most people don't. It's usually a private conversation. And of course, most of us forget we're talking from our own home, even though we're on the computer. So if you ever try to have a conversation with somebody in their own home and you're thinking that they're wrong, I've learned this the hard way. I have to remember that's still their home. They're going to protect it, regardless of what I'm saying makes sense or not, or reason. And a lot of people forget that kind of stuff. If you're face to face with somebody else, you'll pick up certain signs and say, okay, this person's willing to hear this. Hear it. Forget about listening. Listening should always be done from within. So they're willing to hear it. But most people come in like a bull in a china set. They think this is a free for all. Okay, fine. Are you willing to share things so that at least people can ponder with it? It's like giving a toy to a child. Don't force the child to play with it. Now let it go on its own. Let it play by itself. It doesn't need to be monitored. And for most people, they're still acting like children online. And when I say children, I'm talking about the underdeveloped age of developing their emotions. Their mental capacity might develop, but it's still lagging in their emotions. Again, private versus public conversation. It's like going to court. The best way you win in court, you have a private settlement, not a fucking public court. You go to court, you're going to get fucked.
Yeah, you have other energies involved. I see that. Yeah, so probably, yeah.
Right, and the best thinkers I've seen in these panels over like the last, shit, I got into the shit when in a yurt started. That was like 18 months ago, but they stay quiet. Like all these good thinkers in these panels, they kind of fall back. That's what I've been seeing, and it's like, man, all the really dope people are,
right.
They're kind of being wise, where it's like, damn,
It kind of, yeah, they're like drawing back, yeah.
And then you get stuck around. You get stuck around the nonsense.
Yeah. But that's because they realize the nonsense and they fall back. They're like, I've lost a lot of good people that would come to my channel because of the nonsense, and they just don't come back because they don't want to be around knuckleheads. And I get it, but I pay the price for other people's shit. So now, there's people that don't come back, and I get it, but it's fucked up. I gotta reap what them idiots sowed.
Wait a minute, Charles. Hold on. Why do you feel you need to reap because other people don't want?
Because other people acted a fool, and now some people don't come back because of that.
But
that's
how,
what I mean.
Oh, okay, but you have no control over that, right?
No, not really.
And you don't have control over who comes back to the panel. Yeah. I know what you mean, though, but we don't.
And I get it. People don't want to be around nonsense. But
well, that's why I appreciate my stubbornness. See, that's one thing I like. That's one thing I do like about my ego, is that my ego can be very stubborn. And when I need to find out something, I'm just the kind of person that you could have a few of that weird energy involved, and I will still sit there like, I'm just going to patiently wait until I get what I need, and then I can go. So I do like my stubbornness part of my ego. So yeah. Because
I'm just going for the ride. You got to stick it out, You got to have thick skin and stick it out.
That's right.
But there hasn't been really any arguments or anything here in a while. Or let me not say arguments. I don't know what to call them, but
weird interactions.
No, I wouldn't say weird interactions. Conflict.
Yeah, disagreement.
There we go. Okay.
But for the most part, everybody that comes through here, has powerful minds. Like I can't wait for JG to put some fucking video out, man, of these travels.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like
Well,
train videos.
I just got an iPhone a couple weeks ago, and I filmed some shit last night, so I got really good footage. I'll put up the video soon.
Oh, that's right. You got an iPhone. My son has an iPhone.
Yeah.
The only one in the house that has an iPhone. Everyone else has a regular Android.
I have a
And he
toe
has an
phone.
iPhone. What? Funny. That's very
I
funny.
just got the phone because of the camera. I'm not buying one of these GoPros. I'm not buying one of these like 360 cameras. I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna buy an iPhone because I know the quality's decent on their cameras. And I started filming yesterday, and I'm like, damn, this is fucking insane. Like the stability
Is
of
that
the
good?
camera and the quality. Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
You're gonna be wanting. See, this is what I did with my phone. Only it was just a new phone, period. An Android. I wanted to start recording everything because of the camera. JG. It was so cool how it came out that I was like, record everything.
Yeah, I got some dope shots. Like some really cool shit. Right around dusk. We're going through the space, and I don't know. Shit, I'm psyched on.
I'm about to do this video, a voiceover of this bear. These people put a mirror in the woods, and they put a GoPro camera, and the bear looks in the mirror and bugs out.
Yeah, dude, I seen that video. I seen that video a couple days ago. I was cracking up. The bear just fucking rips the mirror to shreds. Like he's just fucking goes savage on it.
I'm trying to think of how to do a voiceover with that, but I'll figure it out. I gotta watch it a few more times to get my creativity rolling.
Yeah, when you do those little shorts, they're funny. They're funny. I think they're, I like that. I like.
People are asking me what that was, that insect thing. I have no clue. No clue what that little thing was or is.
Yeah, you guys got good comments down there. Bex, fools for tools. I mean, fools and tools.
Bex is very intelligent.
Oh, I know.
I liked the other day. It was nice just to listen to her and.
Right. I can listen to Bex all day. I can listen to her all day.
I wouldn't say all day, but she was she was cooking. You know, she was cooking.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, I could listen to her for a long time. Exactly. She's got a very powerful mind.
I'm just busting her stones, but yeah, very knowledgeable. She's doing her homework.
What I'm noticing is that a lot of people that would not use their voice before and their powerful mind, I'm seeing some come out now, like, we're ready to talk. And then I'm seeing some that were talking before, and now they're drawing back in. Because maybe they went a little too far, so they're drawing back in. I don't know. This is what I'm witnessing. And then I'm seeing some people have been sitting back for a while, and I've been over here like, God, I wish these people, I know they got, good information. Now I'm seeing some people come forward a little more and talk. So
You'll see them come back.
Yeah.
I've disappeared for a few weeks, a couple times, but it's like I'm not gonna let some psych me out or some people psych me out. I'm just gonna fucking stick it out and keep going.
Oh, well, there you go.
All these idiots want to psych you out.
Exactly.
Instead of leveling up, like that they want to they want to control you, or they want to break you down, psych you out.
They want to press your buttons. see how far they can take it.
Play games where it's like, I don't want to press your buttons, Charles. I genuinely don't. If I have to, I have to. I'm not saying that's gonna. I'm just saying. But people out here, like, they really just want to fucking, you know, they just want to play games. Like, they're still caught up in that dumb shit. It's like 5th grade mentality, you know, like yellow belt mentality. We're all like trying to be black belts, which I think is impossible to actually be like a mental black belt thinker, a black belt thinker. I think that's impossible because there's so much shit that's just
We're always learning,
unanswerable.
right?
You can't figure it out. Yeah, but you can only get so far, and
You see the look at Dom's avatar.
Yes.
he keeps calling me JD, and I'm trying not to say anything, but
It's
like,
JG.
it's JG, man. It's JG. All right, man.
Look at this building. This
Been
is
talking to Dom for months, and he's still fucking my name up.
I do too sometimes.
when have you ever seen a fire do this to a brick building? Especially these crapital buildings. These crapital buildings are mostly like granite and what's the other? Shit. I said it earlier. Granite and
Limestone, marble, granite.
marble. So yeah, I just don't get how a fire crumbled all this marble and even brick or cement. I mean, come on.
Well, it gets weak and stuff falls off. That's what happens with fires is, you know, certain things get weak and they'll just fall off. And the stronger material, you know, it'll stay. I mean, you ever see a fire? That's what happens.
Yeah, but I've seen tons of brick building fires and they never collapsed. The only way I could say it'll collapse, like, you know, in some of the old brick buildings like this one, I'm pretty sure after they put the brick walls up, they put like pieces of wood to you know, so it don't, it's kind of like to
support.
Make it sturdier. Yeah, like a support. Now, if that burns off and it was already like a crack and it was like not level, then I could see, yeah, it'll fall. But I don't know. I like this picture right here.
What city's that?
I have no. I tried to look what bridge this was. It had no name.
I fucking love them black and white photos, man. Them film shots.
This is a bathhouse. A bath. It says right there. It was a bath in Sutton House. It has like a hot spring in there.
LA bathhouse.
I would love to go to one of them things. A hot spring. That'd be dope.
Oh, I like this one. I like this one. Don't move. Don't switch it yet. Thank you.
Yeah, this architecture is supreme, man. Just
I
the
like-
way
yeah.
those towers are built, it's immaculate.
Are those two clocks up there? Like up.
Yeah, I know one of them is, but I don't know
The other
about
one's
the
faded
other one.
out. Yeah, the other one's faded out. I like the black and white pictures too. You can see more detail, I believe.
Yeah, film is just different quality. I get all this HD special effects shit. Digital, it's like it's too contrived, too fucking forced.
Okay, I'm done looking at it, Charles. I'm just letting you know.
Crikey, mate.
It's what everybody wants nowadays, special effects. You see that with movies. Like the substance is gone with movies, it's just special effects.
Yeah.
You know?
Beck's special effects.
She said, to be clear, bonobo monkeys are not gorillas. Bonobo monkeys. I don't even know what that is. Bonobo monkeys. Okay. Okay, this just looks like your. I mean, it's cool, but it looks like your average. Hey,
It's a
Joe.
post office.
I was gonna say that. Hey, Joe, let's go
See
to
at
our
the top?
apartment. Have a cup of tea. Okay.
Yeah, but I like how it has the columns, and that's a huge fucking doorway. Look how tall that is compared to the people. That whole opening there. It's pretty odd. This building looks like it was burnt or something. Soot. Something's all over it. Or that's just a picture. Why would the picture come out like that?
I couldn't tell you, my friend. Look at the windows. I have no idea.
I think photography is one of the most interesting things. How you can capture something and put it like on paper, like just the whole process. It's pretty interesting.
Like capturing a moment in time, right?
Yeah, just the actual camera, like that machine. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, captures light.
I know. I was addicted to my first Polaroid. I was snapping that thing everywhere because of that. That it would come out on film, and you know.
London, the Tate Gallery. This is a beautiful picture. I wonder if George Tate knows about this. Or the Tate brothers.
I don't even know who these guys are, man. People are always referencing people I don't even know who the fuck they are.
What about Mike Tyson? I hope he knocks that bitch boy out. He's about to fight one of them brothers there.
Is he really? He's fighting Jake Paul? Or one of the Pauls? Damn, all right.
You know, and I have no respect. Okay, the dude could fight. I'll give him that. But when you're fighting washed up champions, right, out of their prime, you get no props. You're knocking out an old man. Fight somebody in their prime. That's his own age. This dude's fighting 50-year-olds and he's 28.
Yeah, I can't wait to see.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Tyson get some shots in though, you know. Win or lose, he's getting some shots in.
I hope so. I hope he rocks his world. I hope he does that where he goes low. He weaves left and right and he'll come up. Or he has that fake jab and he comes with the uppercut with the left. Oh my God, that thing is deadly. If he connects with his jawbone would be like, aye. It'd be all fucked up. I don't know. Boxing's rigged too. They even admit it. I watched this documentary on boxing and how the mafia rigged that whole boxing. So
yeah, it's always been rigged, and I feel bad for guys like Tyson because Tyson, that's like his passion. So I mean, he's definitely been in fights where it's like, all right, Mike, you're gonna lose this fight, and he's like, fuck, man, fuck this shit. No, I just want to fucking win, and they want me to fucking lose.
Right? I just want to kill someone.
Right, it looks like then it reminds you of a movie. It turns into a movie, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's real shit. Like, look at the Celtics this year. They're number one, the best team in the NBA. Last year, best team in the NBA. Year before, they should have won so many titles, but they get fucked over. Imagine being the best team in the NBA, and you're like, not this year. You know, next year, same thing. You think you're gonna, nope, you got to take the loss again because you got Kyrie Irving. That's what I think is going to be Dallas and the Celtics in the NBA Finals.
Hey, you know, it'd be a lot cooler if Mike Tyson and Jake Paul had a street fight. That'd be fucking awesome. Man. If Mike Tyson started doing street fights, or if like even if these boxers, if they just start doing street fights instead of fucking, you know, ring fights.
Well, Conor McGregor just him and some other guy just bought bare knuckle boxing or something like that. It's going to be a new sport that he's introducing, Conor McGregor. And Conor McGregor is coming back to fight too in June. Like, remember when Conor McGregor broke his foot? He was literally walking. Like, imagine your foot snapping, right? And he was walking on the stub of his foot, and his foot was folded over. Like, that shit didn't look real. There was no blood. How does your foot snap over like that and no blood comes out? Nothing broke through the skin. Like, come on.
Skin
Something wasn't right about that.
Well, there goes their money market, right? For the masses. People start spending all kinds of money because they're like, oh no, bent over foot. Let's go. Let's buy the papers. Let's talk about it. Let's go here. Let's go there. That's how I see everything. You know how I'm seeing life now? Like the movie They Live. Honestly. As soon as I see one thing, I go, yep, hurt. Yep, consume.
You look all right. What did that guy say about that old lady in that movie? When he seen that old lady, he said, you're all right, but you, I forgot what he said about her face. Because he could see the alien's face. He seen that old lady put the glasses, like, your face looks like, oh, what do you say, man? It was hilarious in that movie. That guy was being comical. Let's see if I can find the clip.
I'm still bugging out over this bear, man.
You still looking over your shoulder?
Last night I'm like, fuck, I gotta find a good place to sleep because I mean that bear had me shook, and I'm at the spot. You guys seen where I'm at, but that's the thing with hopping trains is like, dude, the fucking bears and these mountain lions, like that shit'll be in your head. You're going through Montana and you're just like, fuck, man. Like, shit gets gnarly. Shit gets real.
Well, yeah, I would say so. I don't think I'd want to encounter anything like that either.
I want to see Tyson ring homeboy's bell. Like, when I say ring a bell, it means when you get hit in your jaw, you'll hear, ring. They need to ring that kid's bell. His head is like 2 helium. His head's blown up. He thinks he's the shit. Someone needs to knock him down a notch.
Dude's corny, but hopefully Mike gets him in a couple rounds. I don't even care though, man. I'm tired of these like celebrities like being a fucking big fan of this person, and you figure out what they're really about. It's like what we were talking about earlier. Oh, like you finally figure out about Diddy. Like, oh shit, this is who this guy really is. Kevin Spacey in A Beautiful Mind, great movie. And then it's like, you find out about Kevin Spacey. You find out about Charlie Sheen. It's like, what's next, you know? Joe Biden fucking kills kids and sniffs their dead bodies, you know? I'm not saying Joe Biden's like a hero. Like, I'm a fan of Joe Biden. I'm just saying, it's like, what's next?
Right. Like, what more evil's gonna come out?
Yeah.
Yep.
Fucking caught up in all that shit.
Well, I know one thing. I'm sorry, I think it's comical that because they realize us people are more powerful, that it's not all going to come out. It's up there. They put it out, see, they put out tiny little pieces, like give us a little bit at a time, because I'm over here like, yeah, because they already know we're not stupid and how powerful we are. I mean, yes, we can be, but if we were to work ourselves right, we the people are not so stupid. So for them to give us little pieces of the evil crap and deeds they put along the way, because if they gave us more at a time, well, I'm sorry, in my eyes, I think game over for them, and I think they know that too, which is why they're like, Let's just give them a little piece of stuff over time, and this way they'll probably be like, "Oh, no big deal." Another one bites the dust, and then later on down the road, there goes another one. But they know they have to know we're not dumb, and we're and we're like, yeah, okay, just keep it. Come on, just come on, keep it coming, come, bring it all out, and that's what they fear. That's what they fear. The leaders give us the truth, all because. Well, like I said, I think it would be game over.
How do we prove that, Kimba?
Game over. Flip. Oh.
Like
how do we prove that whoever these people are, the elites, they're fearing or scared of the masses? Was your pushback in pandemic?
What do you mean, Dom? Say that again. You just broke up.
Was there a pushback during the pandemic? Is there going to be a pushback with all the different countries changing to a digital system? Was there a pushback when we went from horses to cars? Was there a pushback when everybody actually now walking around with cell phones? Was there any pushback? Enough to actually justify saying that they're fearing of us, or it's business as usual for them and they openly talk about it, and the few that actually understands it outside of their clubs saying, yeah, it is what it is. I'm just, because you did put it out there, hearing us. That could be a program that people were repeating. It's like when they come up with words like conspiracy theory, they make those words up. Or living off the grid as a person. Are we talking about their terminology, or are you saying that you're a nomad at that point? Because you have a truck, you have internet. So how are you living off the grid? Unless we're just using their terms, you're living absence of certain stuff like electricity, maybe. Is that confirming that are they really fearing us?
Well,
just ponder it. I
am. I like that question. I like when my brain is picked, my friends. I like that a lot. They have to be a little bit, to a certain extent, I would say. I wouldn't say completely, because like you're saying, was there pushback from this? There might have been a little bit, but it still went through. They have to somewhat know that certain people are going to step into their power or find their skills. I'm not going to say power no more. Skills. They have to realize that. They probably already see it. They're probably already on board with it. I got to let my dog out. But yeah, that's how I'm saying it. They gotta have a good idea that they might, I don't know, maybe they're not completely scared. Let me just say that. I don't know where I'm going. They're not completely scared, I guess. But they have to have a level of being scared of us.
Okay, so let's say they do. Yeah. So how do they guard themselves? I'm going to play this game, guard themselves. Okay, we'll get their citizens to be our military people. They'll get them to work as our police officers. And we'll even get the ones that are somewhat wise and they understand how to read the signs in the skies, because then they can use that to their advantage. And how do we do that? Well, slavery doesn't work. So let's print money. And we'll get them to print it for us. Do you see how the masses does all the work? And yet, is it really them fearing us? Or are they just aware that, they'll probably fight themselves more, so we should be more concerned that at least the sheep aren't going to be killing each other. And I hate to offend poor sheep, but the humans will probably end up killing each other. Isn't that what the communities are proving? All the fighting that they do with each other?
Dom, that's proven here at my house when the cops come out. Oh, okay, all right.
They use the terminology, Kim, but when they say we're here to represent the people, who are the people? Their language means it's them. The nobles. That has nothing to do with the citizens and the peasants as we are classified sometimes. We might not acknowledge those names, but that's the names that they call us. It's their policies.
Oh, okay. That will bring me back to what I said before. So I have this little thing that goes over my avatar to hide my face. That would bring me back to what I said before on Charles's stream. That okay, maybe not scared, but I'm witnessing, and I believe they're just watching us individually. rise. Our skills rise. And that's when they're sitting over there, you're like, okay, how are we going to handle this one? This one's getting too smart, maybe a little too smart for their own good, you know? And doing it more that way. So yeah, maybe not scared of like the masses, but what I experience individually on an individual basis with people, they're doing that. I'm watching them like monitor us like on an individual basis, just from my own experience, you know, just from having cops, like you say, sit by and be like, well, when are you guys gonna kill each other? Well, then you call us. And I'm over here like, yeah, so
So for them, whoever they are, they pay people to understand the luminaries in the skies. So they're focused more on that and how it's going to actually manifest stuff in material. Yes, they're probably juggling and concerned about the masses, but they've already done the divide and conquer. They've done all the different religions in the different states. Think about people that play the flat earth or globe games. That's showing to them that they're easy to fight themselves. Whether or not anybody can prove those things one way or the other, that's half full, half empty game going on. That's the polarities that they play on us. But we do that to ourselves. So the way I would explain it is you just have to condition the very first sheep and the very first sheepdog really well, and then they'll teach their own. So most of us have been programmed. Some of us might not have taken on the program. So now we look at our parents and our religions and say, well, end state, but that's actually more commerce, and say, I don't agree with it. I said, okay, so you don't agree with the system, but do you understand the system? You know, I get the indoctrination. I get it. Hope others will get it, and hopefully they can actually put it in words. You know, but again, even if I put it in words, how does it serve? You know, people want change, but yet they don't realize change is constant. It's always occurring. But are we talking about changing for them? How many people would go to a psychic if the person says, yeah, okay, are you prepared to hear the fact that I don't see you in 3 years existing? Well, then they don't want to hear that. So they've already come in with their answers. And this is where most people do, even in these communities. They already know their own answers. It's just not working for them. So at that point, they're looking for other congregations or groups to join to say, listen, how do I mask the fact that it's not working for me? Did I get the skill sets? Am I prepared to break those skill sets? So try the different things. Now I'm talking in a lot of areas very hypocritical, but I understand a lot of things. Doesn't mean I practice it. Again, that's where people put too much emphasis on doing opposed to being. And for the people that are, I know a lot of these things that happen for them, they're not actually doing it. They're paying other people to do this stuff for them. So we're fighting among ourselves. And that's why they keep printing more money. America's already collapsed. I love when Americans, I'm just using them as an example, when they say, well, we have guns. I said, okay, you fast long enough, you'll find out quick enough whether or not you'll hang on to those guns.
Can't eat bullets.
No, and even that, Charles, most of them are foreign bullets anyway. You know, they talk about immigrants coming to a country because the media promotes it. Forget it, the fact that most countries have been probably built up because of other nations. It's arrogant to think that for some reason another person coming from another country, should be any different than you? Again, that's just showing more indoctrination. We are a race that might have many different shades and two genders, regardless if they want to play with the idea that there's different other genders. That's just to show them over and over again. Yeah, well, here's a funny one. We'll try to make people that are the opposite sex to think that they can change themselves. Again, that's just more programming.
I just seen an article, Dom. It was a British woman that became a man, and it said on the cover, it said, "Man gives birth to child," right? And the lady was saying,
what?
Yeah, she said she's living proof that a man can give birth. And I'm thinking, what has happened to people's minds? Like, what's going on in this world? Oh, man, she must have been through, like, brutal mental abuse.
That sounds like programming to get us to want to do it, to believe it. Again, that sounds like a. See, I wouldn't even know if that's real or not. To me, I just see that as a story given to us people. You know, so it'd be like, hey, you can.
Oh, it's real.
It is.
It's real that she gave birth because in reality, it's not a him, it's a her. She still has a womb.
Oh, okay.
So why wouldn't? Yeah, that'd be truthful. She just did.
Okay. I was gonna say because I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
remember,
come
guys,
on now.
Yeah. We've lived in times, maybe not us personally, but in times previous where lobotomy was accepted or at least tolerated. Oh, I think your child has a problem. Hey, bring them here. We'll remove half their brain. So why would today be any different? They're always experimenting, whoever they are, but it's us that are getting paid to do it. I'm not saying I'm doing it, but there's people that are paid top dollar going to these universities to become surgeons and to do chemistry and do all that kind of work.
They need people to work on. Imagine the money. Imagine they paid parents to use their child as switch them over, and then that child grows up and realizes what was done. Like the mental trauma that child's gonna have. That's just because these people just don't. They're not born with these skills to do these operations. They need cadavers or something to practice on.
Well, a lot of these experiments, people were tricked into doing it. You know, all this person's, you know, got this problem, and they're just like, fuck, we're gonna do these experiments on these people.
In hopes,
you know, just we're gonna trick them. Yeah, we're gonna figure out their mind and their behavior and whatnot. And look at MK Ultra, you know.
Yeah.
I think MK Ultra is used now on TV alone. MK Ultra.
It's used everywhere, Charles. Did you see that short clip I put out? It's used in literally everything. It's in everything. Mind control's in everything. And everything you look around. Think about
billboards.
I didn't even know that till the other day. Literally, it's all, like almost all around you.
Yeah, it could be a billboard with advertisement, or be anything. A book.
Desires. That's like the biggest one. Is on off your desires, and you just get caught up in the consumerism.
Yes. Yeah. Desires. Like I desired to have that tapestry on my wall. That's chick rolling a blunt. Yes. Desires. There you go.
That's how they get you to be a good slave.
That's why I like silence. I like to sit in silence and hear nothing. Shh.
Well, solitude is power.
Yeah.
So they use words on this. Go ahead.
You got it.
I was going to think JG. I have to remember the G part. And make it a conscious effort. They use words that we just say aimlessly, metaphysical. So that's beyond the physical. So when people start hearing the word metaphysical, but then they get disrupted when they hear transhumanism, it's the same ideal. It's going to be on the physical experience. Would most people be sold the ideal, would you like to live longer? Would you like to be an immortal being, meaning you can live longer? Yes. So when they start making people sicker, but again, we do it voluntarily because we're eating their foods, going to their hospitals. So now once they present it, say, yeah, the few will let you live longer, give you the ability to live longer, but you'll have to shed that physical experience. How many people would actually take that? If people are honest with themselves, most people would take that option. Especially when you don't have to worry about having a grieving, losing of a parent or a pet. Hence the word transhumanism.
To what, live longer, you said?
Live longer, yeah, but not in the physical. The physical right now, it's becoming too challenging because a lot of us are no longer growing foods and hunting for our foods. So we've become very displacement. Just got to go to a Costco or to a Sam's Clubs to realize it. Just make that observation. Would it truly change? No. So they would have to do the changing. Whoever they are, it could be a whole bunch of organized things, whether it's the G8, United Nations, World Bank, Rosicrucians, Skull and Bones. You can just go on and on and on. Whether or not they all know that they all bottleneck to a certain point, does it matter at that point? If they want to collapse the American country, they will. They've done it before. I can't see why they wouldn't do it again. Same if they want to make another country come out of nowhere. They can. But people are playing way too small games when it comes to nationalism, and they've been playing globalists for at least 30 or 40 years. Worrying about the president, prime minister, chancellor, dictator is more entertainment. Now, what they're talking about is where people can get clarity. So what are they saying when they're passing a budget? What are they saying when they're saying they're representing the people? Most people just assume they're always talking about me, the self-absorbed person. No, they're not talking about you. You're insignificant in the equation. You're not even the air between the spokes on a fucking wheel. But that's how most of us have been conditioned, to be self-absorbed. And people even speak that way. Self-aware, self-love, self-awakened, self-governed. That means you're serving the self, opposed to aware of the self, loving the self, ripping a new hole in the self. That's just the program. I use the word program. You can use whatever you want. You can call it a demon, as far as I'm concerned.
That ripping a hole in the self, it makes me think of when people say, I'm going to rip you a new ass. I'm sorry.
Which one? Which one? I already got one.
When people say that, I'm going to rip you a new ass.
There you go. I'll gladly sit there and watch them do that to themselves. Entertain me.
Yeah, that's, yeah. Exactly. Let me grab my popcorn now.
Who was the one who told me to watch Jacob's Ladder? I ended up watching both of them. I watched the newer one, and then I watched the one from 1990. And I've noticed a few scenes are similar. They both say the same quote. I got it recorded, but that movie is pretty crazy.
Pretty crazy.
Jacob's Ladder, yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
I like the 1990 one better. It's something about me. I always like the original, or at least for me, every time an artist drops their first album, it's always to me the best for the most part. Most of the time. I don't know what it is, but it's always that first album that, or the first movie. When they come out with a second one, it's usually not, you know, good. Except John Wick. Because, you know, they can make 6 more John Wicks. And I think that would be good.
Yeah, the first one is always better because, let's face it, we don't know what's going on, right? We don't know the characters, okay? And then we have expectations, I like to say, for the second one. And you're like, oh, okay. And then you get the third and fourth. And like for me, like you say, Charles, even by like the second, third one, I'm like, this is crap. Yeah, there's probably 2 movies that they made sequels to that I liked. And I will tell you, it was Rocky and Superman. That's my opinion. All the other ones sucked.
You're not yapping. Everything you say is food for thought, man. People should be, what's the word I'm looking for? People should be appreciative.
Open-minded.
Of, when someone speaks and they have logic, or you could tell, man, when people speak, they know what they're talking about.
I have become comfortably numb.
I thought someone was having a seizure for a minute. Like, what is that?
Yeah, I can't sing, man. I sound like a fucking mental patient.
We all have it in us. It's just a matter of finding it. Yeah, I know. I feel the same way when I sing.
It is amazing when you sit in silence and you stop your mind from just, you know, thinking a million thoughts all the time. It's almost like you're relaxing your muscle.
That's why I like hopping trains, because you just get caught up in the fucking nature. You're not thinking about, you know, I should have fucking filmed this trick 10 years ago. I should have got her pregnant. You
Shoulda,
just
coulda, wouldas.
you're in the present, like truly in the present, like
Yeah.
the natural present.
Yeah, dwelling in the past could be very dangerous. It could be good.
We've been thinking about the future. Just thinking in general just gets old, man.
Yeah,
Like you gotta have,
Yeah. The past is
you
over
gotta
and
find
done with.
your
You can't change it. It's done. It's written in the stars already. It's over.
gotta find life. So
That's
Dom,
why
how
the
long
rear
have you been
view
a
is
CIA
small.
agent?
The rear view is small and the windshield's huge because what's ahead of you is more important anyway. Damn, Dom, he said you're an alphabet boy. One of the 3 letters. CBS, ABC, NBC, FBI, ATF, ABC, DEF.
They won't accept me in their club, so GG.
Have you ever had like the?
He said, "I'm not a CIA agent. I'm the director, the CIA director."
Nah, I'm not gonna go there.
I know you're trying to be funny, JD. Well done.
Did you lose your sense
I
of humor
just-
for a second? Oh.
What is that? Oh, that's a mushroom head. I was wondering what that avatar was.
You like it? So mushroom head with me, but you don't got me right now. No.
I took some shrooms around some weird people and it ruined my trip, man.
You said you took shrooms around who?
Just some weird people. They just killed the vibe.
They weren't on the same level you were. Yep.
Nah,
That
they
had
were
to be
just
a horrible. That's a horrible trip. Somebody ruins it for you. It's done. There's no turning around. It's ruined.
if you take shrooms around people that are drinking and people that are,
Yeah.
they have a skewed perception on things, you're just sitting there listening to what they're talking about, and you're just like, "Fuck, man, this is killing my experience."
Yeah, you need to be with people who are also on shrooms, that's the thing. Yeah, I could see that. I remember I remember I took ecstasy one time and I was around people in a bar drinking and I couldn't do it. I was like, I'm going home. I'm going to my my pretty lights and my techno music, and I don't want to be around these people because you're consuming different products that are gonna change your whole outlook, like you say. So I'm sure you were probably looking at him like, oh, this is horrendous.
You feel out of place because the people that are drinking, like Kimba said, I know exactly how JG feels. I've been in that situation, but not with shrooms. But other
Well, at the same
people, they're
time-
not feeling what you feel, so they're not relatable. You're just drunk and acting probably stupid.
Yeah, when you get high on shrooms, or when you're experiencing a trip, you do become vulnerable. And the whole time I'm thinking, like, I don't like being this vulnerable when I'm around people, because I'm used to fighting, and I know when I got to do something, or
You don't want to end up like
when people are
shoestring,
scheming.
man.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to Shoestring. Like, what really happened to that guy?
I don't know. I watched videos and people have their opinions, but I forgot that one guy. He seemed a little suspect. He was kind of happy that happened to Shoestring. I don't know Shoestring from a hole in the wall, but I know of him through YouTube.
Is that just another YouTube character?
Yeah, another hobo.
Okay.
Like,
Well,
that's how I found him, through Stove the Hobo. Stove the Hobo passed away too. I don't know.
He's a train hopper, but he was like a hobo at one point, but he kind of did sell out. But Yeah, it's weird because they said he got out of the hospital, and then I wonder what drugs they gave him and what was happening to him. They might have fucking gave him some crazy shit that
kills you.
psyched him out. And yeah, who knows? Who knows what happened there? That's what
Yeah,
I'm always
Stove the
looking out for.
Hobo, man. I like his piano skills, and I like how he edits his videos, and he just knows where the train's going. He knows, like, it's not just scenery, it's information, too.
Yeah.
He does a good job. He'll be like, this train's going west, and I'm going to stop here, here, and here. He has it all mapped out. Like, you need someone like that on your crew, man, if shit hits the fan. Somebody that knows maps and shit.
I was getting at Shoestring. I think that he got dosed by something that just fucked up his psyche, made him vulnerable and weak, and something bad happened. He might have, I don't know, man.
I don't know. Didn't he carry a pistol? I could have sworn he said he's a licensed carrier because he was in the military. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's a lot of variables
telling
to
people
hopping trains.
I'm always. Yeah, it's easier when you're sober. I used to hop trains when I was drinking, and it's just you'll be drunk like fucking, climbing on top of a car, and there's it's sketchy, And in hindsight, looking back on it, like being sober, it's
Don't
just
lie.
like, yeah, I was.
You fucked up, and it changed your whole outlook. You started to respect the trains more. JG almost fell and lost his life, probably, right? And he's like, "Fuck this!
No, I just look back on how like gnarly, on how crazy I was living, like drinking, getting in fights, living on the edge, like just right on the line,
Hopping trains is
shit I was doing.
around with. Like, people think it's easy that you could just grab the thing, and you gotta grab it and run with the train and then pull yourself up. And if you miscalculate, you could be missing some feet. So, but it's fun once you get up on the train. And jumping off's another thing too. You don't want to bounce back into the train. Imagine that. You jump off on the hill, you fucking fall back, end up like that's what they said happened to Stobe. They said when he jumped off, the train grabbed his backpack and pulled him under. I don't know. Because what don't make sense of that is Stowe would always throw his backpack off the train first and then jump off. It should have been an investigator. Anyway, what's up, Lucid?
Sorry, guys, I was on my second jalapeno, and that second one was hot. Whew. Give me the hiccups and everything.
What was?
A jalapeno. I was on my second one.
Yeah, you can't even speak. Look at, holy shit, bro.
I got these black jalapenos, dude. And
oh, you're tripping, bro. I ain't fucking with no shit. You said black jalapenos. That already.
You're red. Yeah, you're bright red, Lucid. Splash some water.
Yeah, he's gasping for air.
Eat some bread. Eat a piece of bread.
Bread don't work. I've tried that so many times. Bread.
Peanut butter. That's how you do it.
Yeah? I'm gonna have to try that one time. I've been putting more jalapenos in my food lately because
it's good for
Mexican people are smart. There's something about jalapenos and stuff that cleanse the body. Get your pores sweating, and it'll cleanse you out. Your butthole will be flaming the next day, but it'll cleanse you out.
That yet. I'm doing these little Serrano ones too. These guys are.
In the Groove said I thought it was milk. Not.
No, I
Nah,
thought it was
I don't
bad.
drink milk. That
But
shit's
peanut
not good for
butter,
you.
a pepper, and then peanut butter. I'm sorry, but gag me with a spoon. Yes.
Who said pepper?
Well, he's eating a pepper, and then you said
Oh,
peanut
yeah.
butter. Ugh, horrible
Yeah,
combination.
his Lucid's wife is fucking Mexican, and they cook hot stuff, man. Let me tell you. I worked with this guy from Mexico, and he invited me to his house, and yeah, everything was spicy. I was like, man, and I'm weak. I ain't even gonna lie. When it comes to spicy stuff, I'm weak. Tabasco hot sauce burns my mouth. People be like, that's nothing, man. I'll drink that. I'll put that in my cereal.
This fucker.
My uncle loved hot food. He
Not like
always had Tabasco sauce.
My body just can't handle it anymore. Hot food, but I like it.
I want to eat some Mexican food from Texas, and then I want to go to LA and eat Mexican food because there's two different. I like Mexican food. I like Italian food, Spanish food.
What are the benefits of
Puerto
pepper?
Rican food and Dominican food.
You like all
Some
food.
Jamaican.
You like all food.
I like a little bit of everything.
There you go. What are the benefits of a pepper? Does anyone know?
What's that?
It's chlorophyll.
The benefits of a pepper. What do they do?
Chlorophyll.
Well, depending on what pepper you're eating, capsaicin's really good for your body. It's got anti-parasitic properties. It'll. Oh, Bubba. Just woke the baby up, of course.
Oh, anti-parasitic? Really?
Yep.
Yeah. It'll cleanse you out.
Hey, Bubba. Say hi.
But is that all?
That's how hot those peppers are to kill a parasite, you know.
Okay.
Elios. What's up? Is that Elios?
Yeah.
Oh,
hi. Guys. Hey, guys.
Hi.
Yo, before when Elios was, I think he said, no, nigga, like that. I swear that's what it sounded like he said last time. That was funny, man.
Oh, your pepper boost.
Children listen to everything. Like, they want to learn so bad.
They're like a sponge, right? They're taking everything. They're like a sponge. Yep.
Their light is beaming. They're a fresh battery out the pack. Fresh out the vortex. Evil hasn't had a chance to dig its fangs.
Well, let me tell you something. My 20-year-old son, he was diagnosed ADHD, right? He is so
They
in
did that to
tune.
me too.
Yeah, he was so in tune. He's so in tune with people, energy, and that's why he don't like to be around a lot of people because he picks up on it all. He could go in a room full of people, give him about 5 minutes, literally, walk out of the room with him and ask him, what do you think? And he will literally tell you individually, just by witnessing how the people behaved and what they said, what's going on with each one of them. And I'm over here like, damn, he does that. It'd be like this one, that, and that. And these two are all right. And I could probably deal with that one. And that's why I don't even go there and entertain that. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Yeah. It's about being in tune.
Parasites. When I looked up symptoms of parasites and they cling to your spine. Some of them, they want the energy, and it reminded me of the demonic possession. It's the same symptoms, to the point where the parasites will control you to what you eat. And it even says it could get as bad as you won't be yourself. So look it up.
No,
It reminded me of maybe this demonic shit is parasites. We had a couple of streams about that theory of mine.
Yeah.
It's a possibility because Jesus is always pulling shit out of people's mouths in the pictures. Parasites. Get out of here. You got to get the Trinity, man. I forgot what it is. What was it, Lucid? The Holy Trinity. It was 3 things that kill every. It was I think it's garlic.
Garlic?
No, it wasn't garlic. It was.
Yeah, it was garlic. Ginger, lemon.
Ginger, yes, ginger.
There you go.
Lemon. You could use jalapenos with it just to give it an extra boost.
Yep.
Oh my! I've been using a lot of ginger and lemon over here, not even realizing it. Already using a lot of it, and I've been cleaning out my gut a lot and stuff. So, okay, not even realizing it. Oh,
You're getting rid of your parasites without even knowing.
yeah, I like that. I do a lot of stuff subconsciously, and to find out later on, oh, you were already doing it, and it's like something was already making me do it. So, yeah, that's interesting. Huh. Vitamin C. I feel like this is nutrition class 101. Yep.
So I don't
Yep.
I don't drink anymore, but I made this topical. It's cinnamon, avocado pits, clove. What else do I got in there? And garlic. And it's great for joint pain.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you drink that? You drinking that?
No. I use it as a topical.
Oh, topical. I was going to say, okay.
Yep.
You get that down. Topical, I got you.
And
yeah.
It's great for joint pain.
Oh, I like I use my little True Leaf THC cream for pain. Yeah. Pain. My THC and CBD cream for pain. But that's interesting. A bunch of ingredients added together like that. Oh, I like that.
Here's a plant. I think I made a short video about it in my shorts. It's a plant that has this white stuff. They got it here in Connecticut. It grows wild. A lot of Asian people know about it. They say it's stronger than, I forgot what they said. They said it's stronger than I think it was heroin or whatever, but I don't believe that. As far as taking pain, they don't get you high, it'll take the pain off.
Well, that's the main objective, though, right, Charles? Is to take the pain away.
Yeah.
A lot of that natural stuff is stronger. Like wild lettuce. I know wild lettuce.
Yeah, that's it. Wild lettuce. That is it. Yep.
Okay. Wild lettuce. My neighbor over here grows it. I was going to try to start growing it, but I haven't got that far. They grow it. I tried it a couple times for my pain. And yes, it's forget opiates. That stuff is amazing. Just the leaves alone.
So it works? I was wondering because I got a bunch of it growing here. But it actually works, Kimba?
Yes, it works.
Sweet.
That's why I'm saying there's so. Let me tell you. Hold on. Oh God, this is a thing. We know there's so much stuff that they kept from us, right? Like natural healing stuff. You guys already know about my singing bowl, right, Charles? What I've done. Last night by my pool, I went out. I was bored. It was late night. I didn't, I'm pretty good at amusing myself. I always have been. So I was outside, out in the void, sitting there with my singing bowl, right? And if I kid you not, let me stand up if I could do this. If I kid you not, I'm getting better that when I hit this singing bowl, the nerve surgery they did on me that they screwed up, that is messing up my back, arms, my hips cave in, all kinds of crazy stuff, okay? The singing bowl alone, when I was sitting out there hitting it for a while, I don't think I could do it now, but it brought my shoulder, because just the way I'm positioned, it brought my shoulder down, and then I started to talk through it as I was doing, and I was like, okay, now bring it down my arm. Okay, now I want to feel it go down my back.
If you do that with food in there.
Hit my butt. And it was literally, the frequency was resting my shoulder, took out my, what would they say, tendonitis would be, relaxed that. I felt my hip pop, and I'm over here like, oh, wow, this is great. So then I was really getting into it. Then I was sitting out there longer because I'm like, I'm going to have this relax me. Then I get to go in and lay down and go to bed. And I fight every night going to bed for hours because of body pain. And this simple little tool right here, when you hold it in this hand and hit it with this hand, the vibration, it's miraculous. It explains why they don't want this, because there goes the medical system, So it is powerful. Come on, I can do it now.
And how much?
Oh, no, I can't.
How much did that cost? That whole setup?
Well, this one was only $20.
That ain't bad, man. That's a
saying.
super good price. Wow.
It makes you wonder why they took all the bells down.
Exactly. Why they took a lot of those frequencies down, right? Bells.
We still have bells in the church, but I don't know if it's a real bell. I think it's recorded. That makes a difference.
Yeah, organs. They don't do organs anymore, I don't think. There's a bunch of things around. Just like they were trying to take music out of school. They were trying to take art, all the stuff that expands our consciousness and all that. They were trying to take all that out of the schools for the kids,
Damn internet.
Oh yeah, this is the clip that I want to show you that I was talking about from that movie. They Live, the movie They Live. Check this out.
Did Bob make you go to John and Mary Ellen's last night?
I was shocked. She served blue corn tortillas. It's so dated.
So depressed. I don't know what to do. Hey, go for it, man. It's easy for you to say you got the promotion. Look, it'll come, all right? Just don't worry about it.
The feeling is definitely there. It's a new morning in America. Fresh, vital. The old cynicism is gone. We have faith in our leaders. We're optimistic as to what becomes of it all. It really boils down to our ability to accept. We don't need pessimism. There are no limits.
It figures it would be something like this.
Our nation, our ideal of vision.
Excuse me.
Just survive.
You know, you look like your head fell on the cheese dip back in 1957. You're okay. This one, real fucking ugly. You see, I take these glasses off, she looks like a regular person, doesn't she, huh? Put them back on, formaldehyde face. That's what we got.
That's enough out of you.
You get out of there, call the cops.
Formaldehyde
You know what you
face.
need? You need a Brazilian plastic surgeon.
I've got one that can see.
He's a tall Caucasian male, doesn't appear armed, wearing sunglasses.
I don't like this one bit. Not one bit. That's like pouring perfume on a pig.
All right, suppose we settle down. That's far enough.
Anyway, I just wanted to play that little part. Now, I don't want them to bang me in the head, but he said, you look all right, but you, formaldehyde face. I remember when I first seen that, I fucking fell out.
I kind of see the world like that now. That's the thing. I see it a lot like that. It's like I can be sitting here and I even recognize it on myself. I could be sitting here and saying something or watching something go on, and I'm like, yep, they want us to consume. Yep, this is about that. That is to distract. So it was like it starts to break down, you know. I think as I'm healing and stuff and getting stuff out of my body, seeing more clear, things start to break down. I just sit here and observe a situation and be like, yep, that word. And only like one word will come to mind, you know, and it reminds me of the whole scenario. So that's why, as a matter of fact, I think I put one of those clips on my channel the other day, Charles, that they live, because I was like, that's how I see the world now. Every little thing. You know.
Was it you, Lucid, that told me to watch Jacob's Ladder? I forgot who told me to watch that movie.
No, I told you to watch Don Peyote.
Don Peyote. Trying to think who told me to watch Jacob's Ladder. I thought it was probably Cage. Thought it was JG.
Yeah, I think Cage might have said that. I think I remember him saying something like that.
It's a good movie. I'm gonna show this clip. I hope I uploaded the right clip. There's two of them though. There's one from 1990, and then there's another one in, I think it's 2009.
Okay, and after the clip, I have to go because I have to get. I'm just about ready for my doctor's
Yeah.
appointment. So
I got to
I'm
jump
all
off
nice.
here in a little bit too.
I'm all nice and shiny and clean for society.
It's nice out today, man. Today's the day to be outside. I should some wood so I can
Yeah.
make my my solar death ray with that TV screen. I'm gonna melt rocks on the video and everything. I'm gonna have fun with that thing. I'm gonna tie up a cop, put him under there.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, there's a video right now on Lackluster where two cops went to the wrong house on a call, trespassed into their backyard, and she had 4 dogs, beautiful dogs. And because they trespassed, they shouldn't even been there. They had the wrong house and
They
everything.
ended up killing their dogs.
Yeah, shot the dog and killed it. And nothing. They wouldn't even accept responsibility. You know, they could have bought her a new dog or did something. But yeah, that's the cops. And the guy didn't even seem to care. He just smoked that dog. They tased one and shot the other one. It's crazy, man.
Well, they could have not shot his dogs, you know. My cops come around my dogs, they're gonna be sad.
Let me see. Is this the right
Anybody
one?
in uniform, they go crazy.
Let me see if this is the right one.
Your brother, Isaac Sinner, is alive.
Yes, he is alive.
Are you certain it's him?
Yeah.
How can that be? I thought he was airlifted to Germany. And he told me that he died en route.
He's at my house right now with Sam.
It's incredible. Jacob.
I never saw. I promise.
Yeah, this is Jacob's ladder.
It's him.
Why did I record this part?
Good way though. He's seeing things and he's hearing things.
What sort of things?
I don't know. Faces, demons.
We all see things. But he needs professional help. He should come in.
He thinks he's going to hell.
Jacob, the only thing that burns in hell.
Right here. This is why I recorded it.
Of yourself that refuses to let go. Remember Meister Eckhart? He said, if you are frightened of dying, you're holding on, and you will see devils tearing your life apart. But once you've made your peace, devils, the angels freeing you from this earth. It's all in how you look at it.
Yeah, I gotta make it louder. I'm gonna put it through the video thing and raise the volume. But yeah, what he said right there,
Like that.
that was fire when he said that. I said I had to rewind it. Screen record it. I said that was fire.
Yep.
It's all in your mind. It's all how you perceive it.
Yep. And people perceive things differently.
You know, if you think you're gonna burn in hell when you die, you probably will. You're probably creating that whole situation in your mind. Maybe our minds, you know, way more powerful than we're led to know. People don't even know where they truly are. Like we don't. I don't. I'm only going by what I'm told. But who knows if that's true, where we truly are. You know? That's the problem. These people can't be trusted. Because when you find one lie, you find 9 million other breadcrumbs with that.
Oh, yeah?
Helios.
Yeah.
What time is it? It's 12:19.
It's about that time. It's about that time I get to go see my medical marijuana doctor, and I kid you not, if that woman ain't high as piss every time I go to see her. I'm not kidding. I'm sitting there talking to her, and she's just like some little Indian lady. I don't know. I don't know her nationality, but when I'm talking to her, I have to keep the appointment straight and know what I'm doing. Because while she's talking to me, her eyes are rolling in the back of her head, and I'm thinking, oh, this is my job. Well, at least it's only marijuana, and I know what I'm doing with it, you know? So.
DNA.
So I went and bought one.
Let me
of
put
these,
my DNA strands up. Boop.
I went and bought one of these from Walmart, and I just stuck it in some dirt. It seems to be doing all right.
Yes.
Let me see. Oh, that's
vera.
yeah. Yep. Somebody said eating like aloe vera, you could eat a little bit, but then I heard somewhere that that wasn't good.
There's juice, aloe vera juice. You can make it into a juice.
Yeah.
Aloe vera.
I've drank that. You're better off doing it yourself. Like you don't. That's the thing. Like even when I drink a soda or juice, even if it's orange juice, my inside, you know, I just look at the container, and I'd be like, this ain't no 100% real fucking orange juice. There's all additives in it, sugars. And
Sugars, exactly. It's not like the real stuff. That's why I like my orange tree, Charles, because when I get enough oranges, but each year it's been lacking. But the first year I had like 50 big orange satsumas. Oranges are just not that
did you
sweet.
try the copper? Maybe put that copper around it.
I do. I have on each fruit tree. What I did is I was squeezing my own oranges to make my own orange juice. And let me tell you, it was hard to get used to drinking it because it didn't have sugar or none of that in it. It was hard to drink it. But after I did it like 3 or 4 times, it was good. It was really good. But at first, it's like you start missing, like you say, all the additives and the sugar. So at first, I had to really like choke it. I was like, this is horrible. But my mind took over, and I was like, but I know it's better. You're not going to be going. Look, you have all these oranges, Kim. Don't waste them. So I just kept drinking it and drinking. Before you knew it, I was like, this is pretty good. And I got used to it. And now I can't even drink the orange juice in stores at all because I taste all that, you know? It's like, for me. Okay, anyways, there goes Lucid. I have to go, Charles. I have to go to my doctor. I'm already just about completely ready over here. I've been getting ready the whole time.
Yeah, I'm going to jump off too. I got to do some stuff.
Dom, thank
Thanks,
you.
guys. Thanks, guys.
AD, Lucid, Charles, everybody okay. I'm going to go see my high doctor. She's high. That's funny. I'm sorry.
I'm high right now.
At least she gives you the medicine, and apparently she uses it too. So that's all groovy. Okay. All right.
I posted something, Charles, both privately here and on chat. Just something to ponder, the difference or possibly a difference between the mind and the brain.
Okay. Mind versus the brain. Good. I'm going to listen to that on the way to the doctor. Thank you so much, Tom.
Ciao, guys.
Wait, it's in the back?
Yeah,
No,
I
the
posted in
main.
the back. Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Let me copy this.
Wait, the bat. You put it in the main one too.
Wait. Which one?
Oh no.
First? Let's try this one.
Oh, it's the same. It's the same in the main chat and the private. Okay. Gotcha. I'm going to listen to that on the way to see my high doctor. Okay.
Yeah.
You got it, Charles?
Yeah.
You good? You good? Okay. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Oops. He left me here and he's still alive. Hi now, it's just me. Let the games begin. I'm just kidding. I think he'd leave me so fast. Okay. And here I was worried about leaving him too fast. Oopsie poopsie. Everybody. I could keep his live going if I wanted to. Make it my own show. Take over, do what I want to do. I'm just kidding. Charles.
Yeah, I hit the wrong button.
Oh, okay. I thought you left that quick. I was like, I'm left alone, so I started joking around.
That's why I said, uh-oh, I hit the wrong fucking button again. But yeah.
I know. I looked up. I was like, I got the show to myself. Yay. Just kidding.
If you have time, watch Jacob's Ladder.
I am.
There's 2 of them. But you could pick, I don't know.
Which one? Which is the one I should watch? So.
Like Jacob's Ladder, it's about a guy. I don't know. It's I have to watch it again. That's how crazy the whole setup is about the movie. Like, he was married to this woman, and then by the end of the movie, you got to see it, man. It was his brother that was married to the woman, not him. Like, shit's crazy, man. Like, Jacob's Ladder.
But did you say there's 2 versions of it? You said there's 2 versions?
Yeah, there's the 1990 movie, and then, let me see. The second one, I think, is 2009 or 2019.
So do I watch the latter version?
I'll watch both.
Oh.
Start off with the 1990 one, and then watch the new one.
There you go. Yeah, that's true. Okay. All right.
Because they're a little different.
Yeah. And this way I could see the difference. Yeah. Okay. All right, Charles. Have a good day. I'll
You
see you
too.
later.
Peace.
Bye, Chuck. Peace.
Peace to the chat. I'm out. Everyone have a great day. I'll check you out tomorrow. Peace.